What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Diamond in the Rough podcast, where a few rough-looking guys talk about much better-looking guys on a baseball diamond. It's your boy Mick Miller here. I got my boy NMR Sports and Nick Theory Alt 12, and today we are joined by our very first, very special guest, JProGaming 27. Say what's up, JPro.
What's up, everybody? How are you?
Awesome.
I get a round of applause.
Very glad
Round of applause.
we are
I'm
very
not gonna
glad
lie,
to have
JPro.
you
You
here.
kind of fit in with the aesthetic we got going here, with like the
beard?
the beard that's not like a Mike Napoli beard, but it's
Yeah,
like,
I just cut it actually. I just started growing a beard probably about 2 years ago, to be honest.
you fit right in, man. You fit right
When
in.
quarantine started, that's where
Absolutely.
Yeah,
it's
same
rough.
here, man.
Exactly.
I was baby
Everyone
face
got their
before
beards in
quarantine.
quarantine.
Exactly. Well, we're very happy to have you here. It's going to be really just a normal episode, but we're going to have JPro chiming in, telling us his thoughts. So, Nick, as always, break it down for us.
The first piece of news we got tonight is the Chris Archer deal. He surprisingly went back to the Rays on a 1-year, $6.5 million deal. He previously pitched for the Rays in the early 2010s. He was an all-star, I believe. He pitched a few good seasons. Is this a W or is this an L for Rays in their fan base? What do you think? What do you guys think?
It's kind of like a slap in the face. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. They got rid of him. Now he's back. I
mean,
don't know.
I mean, the Pirates lost out just to get Chris Archer,
Yeah.
and they're back. They're back on the Rays, so like the Pirates don't have anybody.
What was that trade? Wasn't it Austin Meadows? Who else was in that
It
trade?
was,
Or
it was
Tyler
Austin
Glasnow.
Mays.
Oh,
Meadows,
yeah, they totally lost
Shane
it, yeah.
Baz.
yeah.
Shane
Yeah, I don't know.
Baez.
I think we should. We have the Mets gonna Met. We have Lowell Mets. I think it should be changed. I think they should officially pass the torch onto Low Pirates, because the Pirates are just an absolute joke.
It's
of
tough,
an
man. It's tough to be a
organization at this
Yeah.
Pirates fan for sure.
Yeah,
It's just
don't understand.
they don't have a team to root for next year.
except for
like
Colin
it's,
Mays.
Moran. How many times do I
Yeah,
have
Colin
to tell you
Moran
about Colin
is
Moran?
is gonna be the king of PNC Park next year. Watch them just
What
have
about
some
Brian
random.
Hayes,
Well,
man?
Brian Hayes is gonna be the best guy on the team.
Yeah,
let's be
you got to
real,
show
but
some love to him.
Imagine
Gregory
next
Polanco,
year.
they got him too, right? Polanco's still there.
I think
Oh,
Polanco's
Jorge,
kind of.
yeah,
I
he's
think
been there for a
I would
while.
say Polanco's probably a bust at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, he came up as a top prospect and really hasn't been that good.
What makes you say that? What makes you say Jorge Polanco, the greatest player in Pirates history, is a bust?
Gregory Polanco.
Gregory? Oh, I don't even know.
Jorge
his fucking
Polanco
name.
plays with the Twins.
Yes.
It's a Polanco. Do I even need to know his? Does that
Know your
give you a
shit,
good
man.
idea
Know your
of how
shit.
bad he is? I don't know the difference. Both of them are mediocre ball players, but it's all right.
No, because I remember like when he came up, it was like him and Andrew McCutcheon are going to lead this team for the next decade. All this stuff. He's gonna
Yeah,
be
and
the next
Starling
McCutcheon.
Marte was on the right there too, and they were talking about him
Exactly.
too.
They were talking about how they had the best
Yeah.
outfield in baseball.
Yep.
And all
Well,
this
Josh
stuff.
Harrison was
No.
electric for them.
No.
They had Jung Ho Kong was coming up and going to be the next big shortstop for them.
They had Neil Walker, our guy, obviously.
Yeah, Neil Walker.
He's a BR
Yeah,
god.
they had a lot of good guys over there in Pittsburgh at some
They
point.
had Russell
but
Martin for a while too, I believe.
Well,
Yep.
I think Pittsburgh fans should just kind of not throw it away, put it in a little box, put all your Pirates gear in a box, a nice little Christmas tree storage bin or something, put it up in the attic, and then just go watch the Steelers or some other team that's made. The Penguins are a pretty good hockey team, I've heard.
Yeah,
So maybe
yeah.
just go watch another sport for a few years, come back in like 2026, 2027.
What's a like
And,
a non-rival Pirates team that they can just kind of semi-root for?
the White Sox.
They're fixing.
Everyone needs to
The
be a
White
White
There we
Sox
go.
fan.
Root for the White
There you
Sox.
go.
Just become full bandwagon. Let's be honest.
If you
they're
enjoy
probably-
sadness, you could root for my Angels, but sadness
Okay.
isn't for everyone, man. You gotta have a pretty positive outlook to root for a team like my
Yeah,
Angels.
exactly.
That is fair.
And they
I
can
mean,
move to the Marlins if they really wanted to. They made the postseason in 2020, so like there's a little bit of hope there.
not in the
Well,
best
hope for the
division of
Pirates.
baseball, but
Yeah, that's not a. Yeah.
I mean, it's a step up.
But I mean,
Yeah.
if you're a Pirates fan, you're probably a bandwagon fan anyway from when they were good in like 2013, 2014. So just
If
go
you're
on
a
to the White
Pirates fan
Sox.
right
Hop
now,
onto a
you
different
are not
bandwagon.
a bandwagon fan, bro.
I've actually been to PNC Park. We did like a tour of like me and my buddies and my brother. We did a tour of like the Phillies PNC Park. We went to Washington. We did it like 4 or 5 stadiums in 4 or 5 days. PNC is a beautiful stadium. It is awesome.
bro.
like, have you guys ever
Top
been
of my
there?
bucket list.
Oh,
I
dude,
really
it's,
want to
No,
go
I
there.
want to.
it's one stadium you got to go to. It's very, very cool, man.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I've always been to like the West Coast Stadium, so I'm big on San Francisco is the most beautiful stadium I've ever been to, but PNC,
Yeah.
man, just seeing some of the views from anywhere in that park,
Yeah,
seemed
dude.
absolutely breathtaking.
Philadelphia is actually surprisingly a really nice park too.
I've been
You
to
wouldn't think
Philly.
it?
I like that stadium.
I've heard about
Yeah.
that.
Philly's a good one, but their fans aren't the
I-
nicest. But
I
that's
live right next to
another
the
story.
stadium in all of baseball. We have a nice little pile of concrete that was dropped in the middle of sunny Tampa Bay, Florida, and it is home to. I don't know. It kind of feels like you're at a hockey game that hasn't started yet in the middle of the game.
The Rays? Are you talking about the Rays?
Yeah, when you're at a Rays
that's
game,
bad.
you could be at a Rays playoff game, and it kind of, like I said, it feels like a hockey game that hasn't started yet.
Yeah, and they got
Just
those
kinda
bells
walking
that they're
around,
ringing
you're
all
like-
the time.
Yeah. That's where
Not a
my
fan.
love of Shohei Ohtani was born. I watched him hit for the cycle in Tyler Skaggs' second to last start, I think, ever. So that was really cool. And then the day I was back at the Trop for like a Orioles game, random game, I was wearing all my Angel stuff, and then they announced that Tyler Skaggs passed away, and I was like, damn,
Yeah.
Oh,
like right in the same spot and everything.
Yeah.
wow.
So I got love for the Trop, but I don't know if the Rays are going to be there much longer, to be completely honest.
I hope they move to Montreal.
Yeah, we're a
I'll be
big
able to go
move
there,
to
12-hour
Montreal
drive.
pod.
I would
Yeah.
happily bring back the Expos. That'd be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be so sick.
Are you
One of the
Jim,
best
are you
logos
closest
of all
to?
time.
Are you closest to Chicago? Is that why you're a White Sox fan?
Yeah, so I live in Illinois. I'm like 60 miles west of Chicago, suburb outside of Chicago.
I'm actually born in a suburb outside of Chicago. I don't live there now. I live in New York, but
Can we talk suburbs, or is that going to be weird?
I don't know anything about it. I moved there. I moved away when I was a kid, so I probably wouldn't. Be
What
the only thing I
suburb
can
did
tell
you?
is
What
that
suburb did you live in? Do you remember?
Sycamore, and I was born
Yep.
in Winfield.
Okay, so
That's where I
Sycamore.
lived.
So Sycamore was actually in my conference for basketball when I was in high school. So
That's pretty sick. There we
yeah.
go.
J-Pro, the
Semi-close.
basketball player.
Yeah, baseball is my
Damn,
game
bro.
though. But yeah,
You
totally.
got a
There we
good
go.
vertical? You get up there?
Dude, I'm
Get
6'4",
some dunks.
so I can
Oh,
jump a
shit.
little
Damn,
bit.
All right. My guy's got some height on me.
you got to
That's my
post
favorite
about
part
that
about
shit more.
Twitch.
That's
Nobody
sick.
knows that I'm slightly below average height.
Yeah, people don't know how tall you are. Like people think like I don't know if you know Paul Cini. People think he's like super short. He's like 5'8", but he's also like 6'3". He does not look 6'3"
Holy
sitting on the
shit.
camera, but
That's crazy.
yeah, you don't tell by
Wow.
looking at
I'm
a
a
camera.
tall
over there.
5'10". I'm a tall 5'10".
I'm probably the shortest here, a tall 5'8.5".
God, you guys are.
All right,
tiny.
I'm the
bad.
tallest out of the three of us, and I'll take that win every day.
I just missed the 6 foot. I missed the 6 foot cutoff there.
I'm about 6 feet.
I'm an-
so I'll
Well,
take
you
it.
guys are still young. You're still growing. What are you, 20?
Oh yeah, of course.
I haven't
on.
grown since I was 15.
Yeah, you're
I've been
done
I've
then.
been 5'8" since I
Yeah.
was in grade 6.
Diamond in the Rough, the podcast that talks about height in Chicago, Illinois suburbs.
Yeah,
Man.
That's going in the description.
there you go.
yeah.
Exactly.
The Illinois suburbs episode. Love it.
The burbs.
So, in conclusion, Chris Sale, or just Lowell
Chris
Pirates,
Archer.
I guess, is Chris Archer. Bro, I just say wrong names.
I
all
thought you
the
were saying
time.
Chris
Yeah.
Sale because we were talking about the White Sox. But
Oh, I forgot. Yeah.
yeah,
White Sox legend Chris
Off
Sale.
your
Bro,
game
whenever
today,
I think
Nolan.
whenever I think of Chris Sale and the White Sox, the only thing I think of is Chris Sale, whoever their manager was at the time, trying to take him out of a game
Cutting off
to
the
face
jersey?
Mike Trout with the bases loaded.
Oh no, that's
And then
different.
Mike Trout comes up and just launches a grand
Yeah.
slam to go ahead in the game.
Oh, I saw that clip the other
I
day. I
remember
know
that.
exactly what
Bro,
you're talking about.
I don't
Yeah,
know
I
why.
saw
It's
it
just
the
one of
other
those
day,
clips
too.
that sticks with you from a completely pointless game. It didn't matter, but it was just like mic drop, no pun
Yeah.
intended.
I mean, it was still pretty
moment.
sick.
As White Sox fans, the only thing we remember is him cutting out the jerseys, just because he didn't want to wear a jersey. That's it. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So who'd they
You
get
heard-
back in that trade? That's Michael Kopech. Oh, they got Moncada in that trade.
Moncada,
so
yep.
you're happy with
Yep,
that trade?
Moncada.
You have to-
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah.
Moncada by itself. I mean, if Kopech pans out, I think he will, but
Yeah.
obviously he hasn't done anything yet.
No, he's
so.
gonna have a good opportunity to pitch. He'll be in the rotation on opening day next year, right?
No, he's going to start in the minors. This year?
Really? Okay.
This upcoming
is
year?
he- Well, he pitched a little bit last year, didn't he?
No, he opted out last year. So he opted out last year, and he's going to start in the minors, I believe, this year. And they're going to just
Wasn't it-
gradually bring him up.
Wasn't it 2019 where he was recovering from Tommy John?
Yes.
hasn't
So he
pitched
had
in quite a
surgery
while.
then. So then, was it 18? I think it was 18 he had surgery, and then 19 he missed. I don't know. I get so confused on this time,
Recovery,
too. Yeah, recovery, whatever. But yeah, so he should start in the minors, but he should be up. They're going to watch his inning count, I know for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But
Yeah,
if
100%.
he's got a lot of mentors to learn in that organization. I mean, Keuchel and Lance Lynn not being there. I mean,
Yep.
Giolito's still young, but I mean, he's thrown a no-hitter. He's been there. He's pitched playoff games.
Yeah, he's got a lot of guys he can talk to for sure.
They have a
Exactly.
lot of experience on that team for sure.
I'm excited for that pitching staff. I know we're not talking White Sox yet, but man, that Lance Lynn ad is going to be, I think, very, very solidifying for them. Very solidifying.
I
They haven't
really
had a
like
3
that.
in a while. Dylan Cease moved to the 4.
Yeah.
They could be tough, man.
They
could
got
be
your
tough.
boy Carlos Rodon back. I mean, he's a dog.
yeah.
I don't care about him.
White Sox legend, top prospect. Carlos
Yeah, man. One of my buddies, was big on Carlos Rodon signing when they drafted him, and I knew nothing about him, and he just hasn't panned out at all. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Did
Remember
they
when he came out,
DFA him
people
and
were
then
really
sign him
excited
back? Is that what it was?
Yeah, they got rid of
think
him.
that's
He
what
wanted,
happened.
I think he wanted $4.5 million, and they got him for 3, or he wanted something more than what they wanted to offer. So he tested the market. I don't think anyone bit, and then they're like, all right, we need another lefty. So they got some
The
options.
Angels wanted a number 5 starter, apparently. 3 was enough.
Where do the Angels starters? Who do we got there over there? Let's talk about
Oh,
that.
bro. So Cy Bundy, our ace.
Yeah.
Realistically, a solid number 2. Solid number 2. Not the best number 2 in baseball, but he could be a number 2 on most major league pitching staffs after what he showed us last year.
Yeah.
Assuming he repeats that. Then there is a significant drop off, and we head to probably what's his name? Jose
Haney.
Quintana. I literally had to think of his name.
Oh yeah, you
I
got
guess
Quintana now. I forgot about
would
that.
be our second best.
White
And
Sox
then Alex
legend.
Cobb, Angels legend Alex Cobb for Jahmai Jones, the greatest deal for the Angels of all time, apparently. Who would be our other?
You got Andrew Haney, don't you?
Oh, yeah, Andrew
Yeah,
Haney
Andrew
would be in that
Yeah.
tier as
Griffin
well.
Canning
So I
as
feel like
well.
Cy Bundy's a good number 2 or so. I feel like Haney, Quintana, and Cobb are all number 4s on teams.
So how do you feel about them not getting Bauer or going after Bauer? Are you upset about it, or are you just?
So I understand why they didn't. I think he was the only real good option for us this offseason to be potentially an ace.
Yeah.
To be an ace. He's the only one with
Okay.
ace ceiling, I feel
Okay,
like.
that's
there's guys like James Paxton out there. There was I can't even think who else.
They didn't sign Tanaka. I know Tanaka wanted too
Kluber I
much
would have
money,
been good on.
but,
There was a
yeah.
lot of number 2 options, but I feel like
Yeah.
Bauer was the only potential ace out in the offseason. So he was kind of the only
100%.
hope I had for us having a good rotation. But I'm always a big proponent on bullpen matters more than rotation, especially in the playoffs when you see a good bullpen. Like you saw the postseason event in MLB The Show last week. Literally no good relievers, especially on live series cards. No good relievers were in that event because the bullpen really matters, especially when it
Yeah.
comes to the postseason. So I was a big proponent of, Raisel Iglesias was a good addition. I would have liked them to go out and get a guy like Colomé, even Roberto Osuna, as much as I hate the guy personally. Elite reliever, Ken Giles. There's a lot of good relief options, but Trevor Bauer was the only starter I would have think would made a big enough difference to get us to the playoffs.
He
especially in
might
a
sign
very
during
weak
this
AL West.
podcast right now.
Yeah,
You never
honestly.
know.
Yeah. I have
That would
Twitter
be
open
awesome.
on my laptop.
That would be amazing.
There was the
Would
rumor
love
that he's
that.
going to the Mets, which I definitely believe is the case,
Yeah.
but I think it's down
I
to the
think-
Mets
So do
and
I.
Dodgers.
If
I
Bauer
think the
signs
rumored deal's like
tonight,
3 years.
yeah, 3 for 30, anywhere from 3 for 90 overall, or anywhere from 90 to 100. That was the rumor.
Yeah.
But if he signs tonight, this podcast is going live immediately. I don't care how long it takes me to edit it.
You gotta
It will be up
you gotta
tonight.
title it Bauer signed because of this podcast.
Exactly.
So you're
They'll
big
probably
on
sign
Bauer to the
during-
White Sox, though. Did you?
That was more for publicity, a little
Yeah,
bit,
I was
because I knew
gonna
he was never
say.
going to sign. I knew he was never. It was more
Yeah.
fun and games, just because I don't know. I made some designs for it, see if he saw it, and he actually put it in his. You guys saw his YouTube or whatever. He put some of my
Yeah.
designs in there, but
I saw that.
that was more for fun, to be honest. I never thought he was coming. The White Sox don't like to spend money, so he's way too expensive. We were talking a little bit
mean-
before the podcast, and the most they've spent is on Liam Hendricks, Yasmani Grandal. They just don't spend money. It's just the way they are.
Well, I mean, they got a lot of young guys that they can lock up, in the near future. I know.
Mm-hmm.
They have Luis Robert on that team-friendly contract for a while, but I mean,
Yeah,
they still have some guys they can look to lock up in the future.
absolutely.
Like
makes
Andrew
sense.
Vaughn.
Yep,
Andrew
that's one guy.
Vaughn,
Yeah,
Nick
Andrew Vaughn
Madrigal.
is going to be. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with him. They're talking about him maybe starting at DH, but maybe starting in the minors. I don't know. If they're, I think they
I
need
think he's
one
your best
more.
option for DH, probably.
Right now he is, yeah.
Yeah.
But just throwing him right in the DH role, right out of no, I don't know.
Is
I was
he
hoping they
not
would
a
go
better
after someone.
fielder than Abreu? Couldn't Abreu DH? And then
Abreu's
Blanco
actually
also play
become a
DH?
very good fielder. He's kind of got that Kyle Schwarber effect where he kind of got better.
Yeah.
He's actually a really good. They were talking about it. What was I watching? I was watching something, but they were talking about how his fielding improved a lot. I mean, and then if you just look at his fielding rating on MLB The Show, I think it's like at a gold or whatever. So they're like
Yeah.
keeping it up
Yeah,
with
he's not
that
bad.
too. So he's not bad over
definitely
Defense
there.
is
gotten
such
better.
a hard metric. Defense is such an eye test kind of thing. I feel like.
Yeah, it is.
I'm just
You
curious to
see
see what
someone
his
make
outs
an
above
error, all of a
average
sudden
is.
you think they're a terrible fielder. So,
Yeah.
bro, I'm so big on the White Sox. I'm definitely the second biggest White Sox fan in this room right now.
I mean, I'm high on the White Sox. I really like them.
I'm
I've
third
never
highest.
disagreed with you that they're going to
Third
easily
highest.
win the division.
From a Royals fan. Third highest. I
Yeah,
love it.
I love the White
No
Sox. I
way.
love the team that they built.
Wow. I looked on Baseball Savant, and Jose Abreu is 82nd percentile and outs above average. So I mean, that's well above average. That's really
Yeah.
really good. So
Very
that's-
good.
Yeah.
I don't understand a lot of those
Surprised me.
statistics or those numbers, but I'm agreeing with you because it sounds good.
Yeah, it just means he's in the top 20%. So I mean, that's really
Yeah.
good.
Do you remember growing up where first base was always like the position that you're like, oh, every team has a good first baseman. Every team is like killing it in that.
Yep.
You just have the biggest power bat in the world at
Yep.
first base. Looking back right now, like we're going to talk about the shortstops here in a moment. I legitimately would take 90% of the shortstops over, like not 90%, but the top 10 shortstop list is a lot deeper than the top 10 first baseman list in the MLB. And Jose
Yeah.
Abreu's definitely, I don't know. It's first base is kind of a hard position to rank, but I'd say
It
top
is.
3 for sure.
Yeah,
He's
they
definitely
have
up there.
They got Freeman, Abreu. They both just won the MVP.
Yeah, just 1-2 right there. Who else do you go
yeah,
after
I
that?
know.
It's kind of like a random. It's a weird. You really
a
got to
mix.
think.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
Voit has the. I don't. Voigt's probably 5 or 6.
He's
I
up
think
there.
he's-
He's got to
I
be up
Voigt's
there.
up there.
I mean, MLB Network did make a list on it. I'll see if I can find it just to see where they had people.
Those
but,
lists, man.
Rizzo could be
Some
up
of
there
them are
based on defense. I mean,
Yeah, Rizzo's
Yeah.
solid, but there really aren't like, I don't know. You don't see.
there's
ton
not
of
that
good first
Lindor.
basemen
There's
out
not
there.
Trevor Story. The big names like you said, shortstop. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I put
Yeah,
out a
other
tweet
than
a
like
little while
Abreu
ago.
and Freeman, there's no big names.
Yeah, Goldschmidt. I
Yeah,
guess you can put up
exactly.
there. I mean,
Oh,
big name,
Goldschmidt, I'm
but
big on.
Yeah, I always forget about Goldschmidt.
Yeah,
I know. I feel like when
Goldschmidt had a
players
bad
when
year.
players go to the Cardinals, I feel like I forget about them. Is that weird?
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
not at all.
No, I
Yeah,
feel the
it's not
exact
weird
same
at all.
way.
When he was on the
We learned-
Diamondbacks, like I knew everything about Goldschmidt. Now he's on the Cardinals, and I just totally forget about it.
We're doing our
Yeah.
underrated players episode, and we're just looking through the Cardinals roster, and I found like I don't know how to pronounce that guy's first name, but his last name's O. The I think Japanese reliever starter that they have
Seong-won
out
Oh.
there.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking
Wei
about.
Hyung Kim.
Kwang Hyun
But he's
Kim?
good. Or no, was it Kwei Young Kim? I know they have two Japanese players over there.
Yeah.
I think it was Kim. I think it was
But
Kim.
I think it was Kwang Hyung Kim or whatever his name is, and he had a hell of a year last year and in 2019, and we just don't know about this man.
Nothing about
Never
him.
heard of him.
yeah.
He was
I think
actually,
the
I think he was
Cardinals,
supposed to
I think
start the season as a closer too, and he never got that role. Or he was
Yeah.
talked about at least.
Well, they also have a lot of relievers that have a lot of potential, like Jordan Hicks and Alex Reyes and
Yeah.
a bunch of other guys of that. And then Giovanni Gallegos has been really good for them lately too. So
Yeah, I'm really high on Gallegos.
especially adding Nolan Arenado. And I saw that post about who's a better duo between Matt Chapman and Matt Olson, and then Goldschmidt and Nolan Arenado. I can't even believe that's a comparison. I think Nolan Arenado and Goldschmidt are so far superior to that duo. Like, I understand Matt Chapman's the best defensive third baseman in baseball, probably, but Nolan Arenado has the bat to back it up, and Paul Goldschmidt also has the bat to back it up, and they're both really good defensively. So I'm not
Yeah.
super high on Matt Olson. So
I think that argument could be a little bit closer than I think you might think, just because I think Matt Olson is such a good defender. But then I guess I don't know. It's how you view it. How do you take
just
into
think-
consideration like first baseman like Matt Olson versus Goldschmidt? Obviously, better power numbers is probably from Olson. He's got better power numbers, but all around hitter, Goldschmidt's the
yeah, I'd say Goldschmidt all around hitter. Same
Depends
thing with
how you look at
Arenado
it.
is a much better hitter than Chapman.
yeah. That's true.
exactly.
That kind
That's-
of like anchors
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
right there.
I would take
It can- it
Arenado
cancels
and
it out.
Goldschmidt.
Yeah.
for sure.
Arenado
Just based on experience.
is getting severely underrated. I feel like last year he was pretty popularly rated, but one bad 2020 season that I don't even think he didn't play the whole season. He didn't play all 60 games, so I think we're
Yeah.
especially with the Rockies sending him over for literally his entire salary being paid for free. So
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
Here,
Yeah.
take our best player,
man.
and we'll give you
or
50
the
million.
Rockies, I mean.
Yeah. Trevor Story's
so I
next,
just-
boys.
Yeah, I hope so. But I looked at the first baseman list, and it's Carlos Santana at 10, Hoskins at 9, and then they got Matt Olson at 8. Rizzo's at 7. Or no, sorry. Pete Alonso's at 7. Then Anthony Rizzo's at 6. Muncy is at 5, and then they have Abreu fourth. Abreu's fourth. They have Voit ahead of Abreu, which I completely disagree with, at third, and then Goldie, and then Freeman's number 1, which I don't disagree with.
Chicks dig the
I think
long
it
ball,
should
bro.
be. I think top 3 should be Freeman, Abreu, and Goldie.
Yeah, I wouldn't
I'd agree
put
with that, 100%.
Voit in that top 3 category, and like
You can kind of flip them around.
tell.
Although I don't think Goldschmidt's
Yeah.
number 1. It's more Freeman
I'd
or
put
Abreu,
Voit
I
at
think.
6. I'd put Voit at 6.
Well, I
That's
think
pretty
Voigt's better
interesting,
than Muncy.
But like rounding out that list, Carlos Santana. Like,
There's a
think
huge
of other
drop-off.
positions in the MLB.
Yeah, he's
would he
not
be a
even,
top
like-
10 at any other position but first base? Like, I mean, maybe catcher. He's definitely. I don't
Second
know.
base list, dude. The second base list was terrible. After DJ LeMahieu,
yeah.
it's not good.
Yeah.
Nick Madrigal,
No,
telling you.
I saw.
He'll be
Yeah,
on the
Nick-
rise probably, but after DJ,
Yeah.
like the list, it's a huge drop off.
Do you have that list?
I can find it.
It's
I was
bad.
gonna say, I like
No, I
hearing
saw
these
everyone
lists.
was roasting
let's-
that one girl who
let's
put
see
her
the
list
list.
out, and I'm like, how much better could you make your second base list? At the end of the day, like Ray Cronenworth, I'm a big fan.
Oh
of
yeah,
him,
Jay, I
but-
forgot about him, man. Dude, I just read something on him that before he got called up last year. When did he get called up? Did he get called up in the beginning of the season? Did he start the season with them, San Diego?
No idea.
I don't know either. But dude, he was hitting like 370 or something in the minors, and then just came up and just continued to hit. Like, it's insane.
Yeah, he's going to be a big part of that San Diego Padres team if they're going to make a deep playoff run. Because it's guys like that have helped the Dodgers finally win a World Series, like Chris Taylor and Kike Hernandez.
Yeah.
So Ray Cronenworth's kind of like an unsung hero and those are the guys who really put you over the top
Yeah.
when it comes down
Yeah.
to World Series roster.
I really like Cronenworth. I think he's going to be great for them in the future.
Yeah.
Well, how old is he? Is he like mid-20s?
Oh, he's young.
Or is he low 20s?
Let's look it
He's
up.
in his 20s.
I mean,
It's
I
the
just
baseball
assumed.
research podcast.
Yeah, I'm finding the second base list right now.
Cronenworth.
Yeah, I looked
Jay
at that
Cronenworth
second
is
base list,
27.
So is DJ.
Yeah, 27. That's kind of where I
Wow,
thought he was. So
27.
like just.
I thought
kinda
he was a
entering his
rookie.
prime.
He was a rookie.
I mean, I think
Yeah,
he was
he was a
rookie.
rookie.
But,
He was.
I mean,
a
you
rookie.
look
crazy.
at guys like Yastrzemski's 30, and he had his rookie year.
Yeah.
What?
That's crazy. Yeah, I
definitely-
just expect
he's
rookies to be
2019.
young. It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was 29.
Who's the-
We can't all be Mike Trout playing in the
Yeah, no
bigs at
kidding.
19.
Or like Juan Soto debuting at 19.
Oh, dude.
Yep.
No, that's another one I made a YouTube video about today talking about the right field list. First of all, I don't think Juan Soto's a right fielder, but I guess
No,
they're
he's left.
expecting him to
He's
be in
left.
right now that Schwarber's out there. But
Yeah, they're gonna have to.
Juan Soto, man, he's going to be... I think there'll be a point when Mike Trout starts to fall off that Juan Soto will take over as the best player in baseball. I know Mookie
Yeah,
Betts
I
would
agree.
currently be the second best, but Juan
Um,
Soto, if he gets his defense a little better...
So the second base list, we've got DJ at the top, McNeil's at second. I'm not like McNeil's a good player. I just don't think he's LeMahieu
No.
caliber.
Yeah.
And
I
then
don't know if he's
Ketel
top
Marte, who the three of us are in agreement is overrated.
Yes.
He's at third, and then Brandon Lau's fourth. Kevin Biggio is fifth, and then
Yeah.
Cronenworth's
No.
at sixth, the sixth spot. Donovan Solano is seventh. Chris
Jeez,
Taylor at eighth. Jose Altuve, our boy,
Wow,
at
man.
the ninth
He used to
spot.
be number one
He
forever.
took a hit.
He's at 9, and then Ozzy Albies is 10.
Ozzy
Albies
Albies
is
deserves
10.
to
Well,
be
I guess
higher.
that's Albies needs to be higher. Solano kind of
Albies
came on
and
last
Altuve
year.
need to be higher.
Yeah, I mean, you can't put, like, Solano's, I think, in his 30s. He's not getting any
33.
younger. I don't understand how they have him so
33?
high. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Brandon Lau
33.
definitely needs to be higher. Solano needs to be lower. I'm sorry.
I think based on
not.
career I know I hate the guy as much as the next guy, but I don't think you can have
Yeah,
Solano,
Altuve can't be 10.
Biggio. He can't be 9. Yeah, Altuve can't be 9 when you have guys like
Yeah.
Biggio and Solano ahead of him.
Yeah, you
that's-
can't like
Kind of lose credibility
I-
there.
like Altuve had a bad 2020, but he's still been probably like a top 10 player like within the 2010s. That I think he does deserve to be like at least top 5 on this list, like we did when we talked about Kershaw.
Yeah. So I don't know if it comes down to if Altuve maybe is a guy with a lot of pride and he kind of took a hit on that when all this 2017 Astros stuff came out. Because it
He
definitely
definitely
seemed
did.
like some of the guys were down. Like George Springer had a rough start to the year. He obviously got better. Altuve just seemed too much in his head. I don't know if he's thinking too much on it because literally the entire country.
He doesn't have the buzzer, man. It's a lot
Yeah,
harder to
I
hit
mean-
when you don't have the buzzer.
It's just realistically, imagine you're some like highly renowned, really well-respected baseball player who's on one of the most exciting teams in baseball, and then all of a sudden you're the most hated man in the sport. Probably Carlos Correa takes that title, or Roberto Osuna. But
he's lucky he's on the same
Brett
team as
Bitch.
Correa.
yeah, exactly. That's if he wasn't on the same team as Correa, I'd probably hate him a lot more than I do. But I think that definitely took a toll on him mentally, and it showed in his game physically, especially defensively. I remember seeing some games where he made like 4 errors in 1 inning in Oakland. I know because I get the clips on YouTube. They're fun to watch, definitely. But no, I would say Altuve's much better than
You know what? Altuve's way too low. Looking at his numbers, though, 2020, that's kind of a wash season. Look at his numbers. The year before that, 298, 31 home runs. And then the 5 years previous to that, he was in the MVP voting every single year. So, like 2018, 17, 16, 15, you know, like...
The 2 years, I don't think... The 2 years, I don't think you can count, or would be 17 and 18, just because we know they were cheating.
Yeah.
Throughout the regular season.
Even 3 years before that, he was MVP voting now.
Exactly. That's why I think he's got to be.
Well, yeah, he was on the bad Astros, too.
Yeah.
He was on
I remember.
He came up on the Astros when they were still in the National League and had those old jerseys. The old logos.
He was on the Astros with JD Martinez, I believe.
Yeah, back in 2011.
Very early.
I remember how excited I was to get them in my division. I'm like, bet we get free wins every year, you know? The worst team in baseball. And then
No, that's the Pirates.
They were the Pirates.
Yeah.
I mean, in the 3-year stretch, they lost like over 300 games. The Astros did. I mean, it was insane how bad they were.
And then they turned it around with the trash cans.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bang bang.
Yeah. Well, we were talking a little bit about my boy Correa. Do we want to transition into our shortstop rankings here?
Well, we started with MLB news. We literally only talked about Chris Archer. Is there anything notable we need to talk about, or not really?
We could just do the news after the shortstop, since Bauer's probably going to sign at that
I
point.
hope so.
Yeah.
Let's just do that. Let's talk about the shortstop.
Let's talk about the shortstops.
All right, I have the list up here, so I guess I'll talk a little bit about shortstop. What was you saying?
Can you just say it for me so I can type it and then rank mine?
Yeah, you're good. So, a little intro here. Shortstops is one of the most controversial positions in the sport. I feel like shortstop, because there's such a high ceiling there, it's kind of like the opposite of catchers, where catchers, there's such a mismatch where you can kind of move them wherever. Shortstop, there's just so much talent. It's hard to say who is more talented than the other one. So MLB Network's top 10, this is what they have, is Trevor Story, number 1. Fernando Tatis Jr., number 2. Xander Bogaerts, number 3. Frankie Lindor in the 4th spot. Trey Turner is 5th. Corey Seager is 6th. Carlos Correa in the 7th spot. Bo Bichette 8th. 9th, Javier Baez. And rounding out the top 10, our boy JPro's Tim Anderson. So I posted my list on Twitter already, but this is so tough to rank just looking at these names. Because one of those names has to be out of the top 5. And there's a lot of names on this list I don't want to leave out of that top 5, but
Yeah,
I have a lot of problems with this list. Just mostly toward the end, but I mean,
yeah.
I think Story should be number 1. I think a lot of people like
Yeah,
Tatis number 1.
we can all agree on that.
Because I know a lot of
Story
people
is
I'm surprised, though. I'm really surprised. I thought there would be a more controversial pick, if I'm being honest.
People like the flashy Fernando Tatis, but Story is just, man, he's so good.
He's done it longer than
he's
Tatis.
extremely
He's
underrated.
just as good. I mean, Tatis has only played. I mean, he hasn't even technically played a full season yet. Trust me, I love what Tatis is doing for the sport. I think he's super marketable. Obviously, with MLB The Show and everything, but I just think Story's been better, longer.
You know what? I wouldn't even put Tatis at 2. I'd put Lindor at 2. Where was Tatis on that list?
He was 4th. Or
Lindor was
Tatis
4th.
was 2nd,
Tatis was
Lindor
2nd.
was 4th.
See, I would switch that. I'd put Lindor 2.
So the thing about Tatis is if you're a fan of advanced metrics, Fernando Tatis Jr. has like Trout-level baseball savant page. Like that man hits the ball hard. He makes great contact. He strikes out a little bit more than you'd like, but so did Trout when he was a rookie. He's got great speed. He's got great defense. I do think he will pass Trevor Story in the future, and I think he'll show us that next year, especially in that lineup where he has a lot of protection. So it's not like Trevor Story where they can literally just walk him every time he comes up or just not pitch to him because who's gonna mess with you? Probably Charlie Blackmon's gonna be ahead of him. So realistically, you don't pitch to Trevor Story. Who are you gonna face? Daniel Murphy retired. Are you scared of Ian Desmond? Are you that scared of him?
David Dahl's gone too.
Yeah, Dahl's gone too. That's right.
So I
Everybody's
think
gone.
Tatis is in a much better position to succeed as well.
Yeah.
So I think Tatis will pass Trevor Story. For this purpose, I'll keep Story number 1. I'm a big Trevor Story guy. I'd love to see him on the Angels
We
next
all
year.
are. Trevor Story.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with Tatis being so high, only because I think you're right. Like, all the numbers and everything points to him being that good. He just hasn't done it that long. But I'm not.
Yeah.
I think he will continue to do it. So I'm not.
Javi Baez kind of
I
took a
agree with
hit.
that.
He was kind of the flashy
Oh, yeah.
Fernando Tatis type. You know, he's probably 1 or
Yeah.
2
He just
or
didn't hit.
1 through
He was
5 at
terrible
least.
in 2020.
Yeah, exactly. That's the
He had
problem.
some-
He was my
some
overrated
good-
player for the Cubs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
I mean-
see. Well, it's
I feel
also
like a lot of people are
important to
taking
note
that into consideration. They're putting too much
Yeah.
emphasis on the 2020 season.
Well, that's what I
Yeah,
was going
well,
to
he
say
had
about
like
Bo
a-
Bichette. I mean, how the hell is Bo Bichette ahead of Javi Baez and Tim Anderson?
Yeah, I saw that
Bichette's
too.
played in like 70 games in his career.
Yeah,
I like
makes no
Bo
sense.
a lot, though.
I wish
Yeah,
Tatis
but
had played more.
Tim Anderson's in the race for the batting
Oh,
title
I'm
every
big on
season.
Tim Anderson too. I would have Bo Bichette in my top 10, but I'd probably have Tim Anderson above him. I agree. But that's the problem with shortstop, man. Bo Bichette's a good ball player, but you're looking around him, these names, man. Not to mention 4 of these
Yeah.
names are free agents next season. This is
Yeah.
just a crazy shortstop class, man.
I mean, I don't know if there's anyone like we're definitely missing, but a guy, and I'm gonna let my Yankee bias air out here for a sec. But a guy we're not even talking about, who's still only like 23, is Gleyber Torres.
yeah, that's on the list I'm looking at right here too. I'm at a different list.
I understand he's not good defensively, but I think he can be a little bit better. And if you look at his September through the postseason stats, he was really good offensively. So I think he could definitely crack his way up onto this list pretty easily.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I agree
mean,
too.
it's like I just like you're saying, it's a hard position. It's so deep.
It's crazy, man. The
Yeah.
Cubs got rid of Gleyber Torres. They got rid of DJ LeMahieu. Let's not talk about the White Sox and Fernando Tatis. We talk about that way too much.
James Shields.
James Shields, a White Sox legend, though. James
Yeah.
Shields.
Hate
I
that.
know a little
like,
bit about
if
James
Torres
Shields.
were still a second baseman, he would be like easily 5 on that list.
Easily. He'd probably be. I'd probably put him about 3 or 4. But yes,
Exactly.
top 5.
And he's not even
100%.
on
Yeah,
the
me
top
too.
10 shortstops list.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's crazy.
That's just how stacked that part is. The shortstops are
Yeah.
stacked.
No, there's a lot of guys. There's a lot of shortstops who are underrated right now because, and a lot of shortstops that have a lot of potential that maybe haven't realized it quite yet. And then also some shortstops just have really good years. Like randomly, Marcus Semien goes out and has an MVP
Yeah.
season, but then you have a guy
Yeah.
like Gleyber
Ex-White
Torres, which I
Sox.
think, yeah, right, another ex-White.
Oh yeah, that's right.
No, like Gleyber Torres, I feel like could go out and be at the top of this list next year. There's definitely a possibility, but
I don't think he'll ever be at the top because his defense is never going to be Story or Tatis.
but it could always get
But,
better. He's
but I
still
mean,
young.
Bogarts is also third, and he's not good defensively either. So, I mean,
Yeah.
No, they
maybe.
definitely. There's a
Prove me
big. It's because it's hard to measure defense. Defense is more
Yeah.
the eye test. You see Gleyber Torres make one diving play, all of a sudden he's elite.
wrong. That's true.
So I don't know. I think
However, they
I
did.
do like
they
Gleyber
did.
Torres.
They did a thing on Andrelton Simmons about how good defensively he is. Did you guys see that? Compared to like
Yeah.
Some
Arenado.
YouTube videos about it.
Yeah. Okay. So
I've
you
seen the
yeah.
video
So
about
you,
it.
yeah.
I think if you look at defensive WAR over like the past decade, or like with active players, it's like Simmons has like this crazy number, and then it goes down by like 20 points, and you have Arenado. Like that's just insanely good.
Yeah.
How good he is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's ridiculous.
Yeah,
And that's
Simmons
another thing
definitely
you have to
like
account
one of the
for.
top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do we want to do our top 10 lists here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure,
I
let's do
mean,
it.
Nolan, do you just want to say yours again since you did already?
Yeah. So I will. I'll just go straight off Twitter so I don't contradict myself. I know we all agreed that Story was the best, but my list I did put Tatis number 1. Just because of how good he could be, and like I said, situational awareness, figuring out where these guys are going to be, because guys like Tim Anderson are very much in a good situation in their lineup, and guys like Story are in a bad situation. My list, I ended up going with Tatis number 1, Trevor Story number 2, Francisco Lindor number 3. I put Trey Turner 4th. I do like Trey Turner a lot, and I don't know, one of the fastest guys in baseball, pretty good defensively. I think he's great defensively. Like I said, I don't know. It's hard to match, or hard to track at least. Corey Seager, number 5. Corey Seager is just an absolute stud. Definitely belongs in that top 5. I couldn't keep him out. Bogarts, I put 6th. Like you said, not really as good defensively as those first 5, but very good hitter. Tim Anderson, I put 7th, your boy.
Oh, boy.
I huge on Tim Anderson.
That's exactly where I think I would put him too.
Yeah, big batting average guy and a really good asset to that White Sox team. That kind of I'd say he's a very flashy player, but in the grand scheme of things, he's kind of an unsung hero with his production, I guess. Because when you think of production, I feel like you think more of Jose Abreu, Luis Robert, Eloy Jimenez, because they're the big flashy numbers there. But
Yeah.
so Tim Anderson, number 7th. I put Baez 8th just because he's so elite defensively, and I do think he'll have a little better season next year, hopefully. I put Correa 9th just because I hate him. He probably deserves to be higher, but I despise that human.
Hey,
so
let the bias.
I
in.
did- A little
bit of
I'm
bias.
fine with that.
yeah, just a little,
little
just a
bit of
sprinkle of bias in there. And I put Bo Bichette 10th. I do think, I don't know. Like I said, I like Gleyber Torres a lot, but I still think Bo Bichette is a better all-around ball player, I guess. And that Toronto Blue Jays team's an exciting team to watch, and he's kind of I feel he's pretty much the centerpiece of that team. I feel like Springer's the flashy name up there, but Bo Bichette, very good ball player.
My boy Vlad is still winning the MVP, so I don't know.
Bro, he's
definitely.
Victoria's Secret model, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
He's lost like 45 pounds this offseason so far.
Something crazy,
Something like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's crazy.
JPro, you want to hit us with your list? Are you
I don't
ready?
have a list. I didn't know I was supposed to have a list. I just kind of was listening to you
Oh,
guys.
you're good. We can win.
Yeah,
it.
I just
I
made
just
a
had that
list.
on Twitter.
Yeah,
I was not even
kind of.
keeping track.
I was
do
kind
it
of.
on the
I can
fly,
tell you
man.
if you want to think about it, I can.
We
you
can
can give
see
us a
if that's
top five.
Do we see any controversial opinions in there?
No,
Other
not
than-
at all.
I don't
Top
know.
5
Not
definitely.
really.
I mean, top 5 for me would have to be in no order. Story, Lindor. I'd put Turner at probably right around 5. Seager might be up there too. Tatis.
Seager's too good for me to leave out of there.
Yeah, it's.
I know he
Yeah.
was hurt, so he doesn't have as much history as some of these guys do, but man, just watching that guy play in the playoffs, ridiculous.
Yeah.
There's so much
He was
potential
insane.
very clutch.
My favorite card in MLB The Show, and it's not close.
Oh,
Yeah, he's my starting third baseman
man.
right now.
there. Next off season,
Easily.
I know that I'm an Angels fan and we need to look at pitching, but I'm just licking my lips thinking about either Story or Seager being in that shortstop for us. Good God, man. Imagine
What would
that.
happen to you
Trout,
if
Seager,
Correa signed?
yeah, was that?
What
Oh,
would you
Correa.
do
God
if
damn,
Correa
don't even.
signed?
Don't even say it. Don't even say it. Just imagine, bro. Trevor Story, Mike Trout, and Anthony Rendon in any order. Good
Ohtani.
Lord. Scary.
And
Oh,
Ohtani too.
That would
Yeah,
be
that's right.
My boy.
sick.
My boy.
That would be
Right, left,
sick.
right, left.
Love it.
So I'll give you my top 10. We disagree a little bit. So I got Story number 1, obviously. I got Lindor 2 just because I'm a huge Lindor guy, and I think I'm taking more into consideration his career than 2020.
Yeah.
He wasn't the second best shortstop in 2020, but so I'll go Tatis 3rd, and then I'm gonna go Seager 4th just because I think he's gonna continue to be so good, and then Trey Turner, Carlos Correa, Trey Turner, Xander Bogaerts, Carlos Correa. And then I'm going to put Baez in the 7th spot, Tim Anderson 9th or 8th. Ignore the numbers that are coming out of my mouth. I'm just completely fucking
Just
myself.
list the names. We don't care about the
Yeah,
numbers.
yeah, exactly.
We're not a numbers guy.
So, Story, Lindor, Tatis, Bogarts, Seager, Turner, Correa, Baez, and then Tim Anderson. And then I'm leaving Bichette out, and I'm putting my guy Gleyber Torres there. Call me what you want.
Oh.
But
fair.
Torres
Bias.
It is.
definitely
I'm not even disagreeing with you. It's biased, but
But
Maybe
okay, the
Torres
fact
at least
that
played a
Gleyber
couple
Torres isn't in a top 10 list,
yeah.
maybe outfield, if you did all the outfielders, he wouldn't be on a top 10 list. But man, to have Gleyber Torres, a guy with that kind of talent, not be considered a top 10 shortstop, that just shows you how good shortstops are.
Well, and again, like, I know Torres hasn't played that much, but he's played more than 70 career games. Like, that's why I'm going with him
Yeah.
over Bichette, but it's really flip a coin.
It's crazy to see all these names because, like, if you base this off of MLB The Show, like, it'd be totally different, you know? Mondesi would be up
100%.
there, you know? Like,
Mondesi
Oh,
would be
dude.
number 1.
yeah, man.
Or no,
Oh,
Tatis
dude, he's
and Seager.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
No, it's got, well, it's also, it goes when you just look at teams as well, because Gleyber Torres, you think of the Yankees, you think of Gleyber Torres, but you first think of Aaron Judge, you think of DJ LeMahieu, you think of Carlos Stanton even, Garrett Cole. He's definitely probably not even a top 5 name on that team yet. Maybe in the
No.
future, but that's kind of hurts
Yeah.
his stock too, I feel like, because Bo Bichette's, like I said, the centerpiece of the Toronto Blue Jays rebuild. But Yeah, Gleyber Torres is just kind of another guy on the Yankees. If he goes to the Angels, he's this,
He's the guy.
a big name. If
Yeah.
he goes to the Rockies, he's the guy.
Yeah.
The Pirates.
If he goes to the Pirates,
Yeah, any of these guys on the Pirates, man. Tim Anderson on the Pirates, forget about it.
Yeah, dude.
Tim Anderson and
oh my
friends.
god, imagine, imagine. Oh my god.
All right, Trevor Bauer has yet to sign, so we want to burn through your list there, Nick, or if JPro's
Okay.
got
Shortstop list. Number 1, I got Trevor Story. Number 2, I got Francisco Lindor. 3, Tatis. And 4, I put Trey Turner just because he's been pretty underrated the last couple seasons, and he's extremely fast.
poor guy didn't make an All-Pro
Seager
team.
5. Seager 5. Bogart 6. Baez 7. Tim Anderson 8. Bichette 9, and Correa 10.
I like it. I
These are all
like
pretty
it. I
similar.
like it a lot. Dub, huge
Yeah.
dub.
I think
Correa
we're all
bias.
like deep down. My inner demons are telling me that we're putting Correa too low, but I also don't give a shit.
Nope.
I don't give a shit.
Not at all.
He's used to buzzer his
Single
whole
shit.
career.
Well, yeah, are we talking 2017 Correa? I remember
Dude, his
one of our
postseason was
first episodes.
his postseason was stupid good this year.
Yeah, that's true. It was really
Yeah,
good,
he
but
was-
I still
yeah.
hate him.
That was fun to watch.
Yeah, I still hate it. Oh, it was definitely.
No,
not
it wasn't fun to
watch.
watch because he knocked the Athletics out of the playoffs, which I didn't want.
Well, performance-wise, it was fun to watch.
No, yeah. If it were anyone
Yeah.
else, I would have enjoyed it.
Yeah. If you would have
Well,
went
hey,
further, you
Yordan
probably would have
Alvarez is
had
on
Rosarena
the
numbers.
Astros. He's one of my favorite players to watch. So at least I have something to combat my hatred for Correa in that lineup. And hopefully Roberto Osuna's not on them anymore, so I only have one player I absolutely despise on that team.
Oh, I still
Nice.
have 3.
Is he a free agent then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is a free
No
agent.
one signed him yet, huh? Man.
Bro, he's so good.
Nobody
I
wants
just
him.
think it's because of the shit that comes along with him. I mean, he's got.
Yeah,
that
you don't want to be the
terrible
guy
reputation.
who signs.
Yeah.
The
You don't
Astros
wanna
For the
be that
Astros, I mean,
organization.
no one even remembers that anymore. The Astros were like, "We're cheating. Someone's gonna find out about it eventually. Why don't we just go get this guy who sucks, and no one's gonna care in a couple of years."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sports is so weird, dude. Some people, I don't get. Some people get second chances and others don't. It doesn't make sense to me. I feel like there needs to be more consistency with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways,
Absolutely.
conversation for another time. So JPro, you got a good idea of them?
Of
Want
what?
to just rattle one off, or the top 10 list, or you?
I kind of did 5. I don't know.
Tim
I agree with all
Anderson,
these.
and then-
Tim Anderson, I'd probably put around 7. I'm not going to do it in order. All these guys you guys have mentioned. I don't think I'd put Bichette in the top 10, to be honest. I'd put Correa up there. Story would be number 1 for sure. Story, Lindor. Seager is going to be up there. All the guys you guys have listed. No one's going to be, the only thing is Bichette. I don't think he's
Yeah,
top
I was
10
gonna. Are you
just
taking
yet.
Bichette or Torres? Or
So do you
either?
put Torres in there, or do you have another?
Or
I would
Mondesi.
put.
do you
What was
have
that?
A Mondesi?
What about
Mondesi.
Mondesi?
I put
Mondesi in
Mondesi at
there?
10. Dude, I'm
If
so
we're
high
talking-
on
if we're-
Mondesi.
If
So
we're
high.
talking potential,
Me too.
Mondesi. If we're
Oh,
talking
yeah.
potential, you put Mondesi.
Potential.
Bro, I would
100%
love
Mondesi.
Mondesi to break out next year.
Yeah.
I drafted
he
him
had
last
the same
year.
September.
Says no, but
Yeah, he always
Imagine
has.
if
He
we
always
won.
like finishes the season so well.
Yeah.
He hasn't
Oh,
like
dude.
I'll put it all together for a full season. Yeah.
He just has to be consistent.
the Royals
Yeah.
are a sneaky good team. Like they
You
have
know what? I've always
potential.
liked the Royals. I like the Royals a lot. They do have a good mix of. I mean, you got a good mix of power, you got a good mix of speed, good contact.
Yeah.
They just don't have.
They could
We're,
make
we're a
changes.
we're a small ball playing team, like bunting, stealing bases, all that kind of shit. Well, you've seen it in like the postseason, like the last like in 2014 and 2015.
Shut up.
We weren't the
Don't even
typical world
say it.
champions hitting
Don't
it
even
all,
let those
hitting it out of
words-
the park all the time.
Yeah, but I like the
Yeah.
Soler
They're
signing. I like Merrifield. I think should be on a different team. He needs to go elsewhere. But
Yeah,
man, he's just so good.
Yeah.
Well, it is kind of weird that they went out and got Carlos Santana because it kind of looks like they want to contend. but
Exactly.
looks like
They're-
they're
that's-
not
yeah,
willing
that's
to-
like a White
They're
Sox
dipping their
move
foot
there.
in the water.
Yeah.
They're not ready to jump in, I guess.
That's right. It's exactly
I
like.
think they signed Santana because they want someone who can get on base consistently, and he
Yeah.
draws a lot of walks
Yeah,
every
he
year.
does.
I think it's close to like 100 walks every season or something like
I mean,
that.
if you look
Yeah.
at his 2020, I think he batted under 200, but his on base percentage was still well above 300, just
Yeah.
because of how much he
Yeah.
walks and.
So he's playing
like
first
this-
base then, right? Santana.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So then, who's
He's
going to be their
replacing
DH?
Ryan O'Hearn.
O'Hearn. So then DH.
DH, the DH is Soler.
So what's the outfield then?
The outfield would
Whit
be
Merrifield was playing outfield,
Merrifield.
wasn't he?
Yeah.
Merrifield and right field.
Merrifield can play anywhere, really.
Same
There's
thing with Hunter Dozier.
Who else is there?
Dozier
Yeah,
too. Yeah,
Dozier
he
can
plays
play
third.
left and right.
I know he goes.
Who else is there? There's Franchi
Well, now that-
Cordero. He's one of the prospects.
Yeah. I don't know. I like the 1 through
Franco's
4.
gone, right?
Yeah, Franco
So that
did
means
resign.
Dozier's probably your starting third baseman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd probably start at third base, but he'd
1
probably
through
play
5
left
actually
field,
hitting
right field.
wise. You got Mondesi, Merrifield, Soler, Santana, Dozier. That 1 through
Salvi.
5 is
Perez.
yeah. That's
Salvi had a good year last year.
Salvi
they
too.
saw-
Yeah, I forgot about Salvi. Jeez, I forgot.
Yeah, the only one who I'm not really high on the team is Nicky Lopez. He can't really hit that well, but he is great with the glove at second base, which is why I was high on that Hanser Alberto signing, because they can platoon at second base.
Oh, there you
And
go. See, yeah, they might be
Alberto-
sneaky good.
Oh, I
Alberto
forgot
had a
about
great
Alberto.
2019.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Go
they
ahead,
also
sign
signed
Big
Michael
Maple,
Taylor.
bro.
They
Go
signed
sign
Michael
Big
Maple. For the
Taylor.
outfield.
So I don't think
Yeah,
they're going to be.
he's-
I mean,
he's
it
speed.
seems like when I look at the roster, Taylor just seems to be the stopgap between him, between for Khalil Lee. There's the
Yeah, Lee.
prospect.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the
Totally,
top
yeah.
prospects for them.
Yeah.
And the
Brady
rotation's not
Singer
too
came
bad
up last
either.
year, right?
What?
Brady Singer, wasn't he a big prospect for them? He started
Mm-hmm.
pitching last year, I think, right?
Yeah, I believe he got like 7th or 8th in the American League Rookie of the Year voting. But
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
I'm pretty high on Singer too, and Brad Keller is pretty underrated as well. I think we talked
Brad
about
Keller's
him in our
super
underrated
underrated.
players.
Go out
Mike
and get-
Minor, we have Mike Minor too, so it's a good 1 through
Yeah,
3,
true.
in my opinion.
Jacob
said
Junis
something.
is their 5, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, his
and I
parents
think you have-
parents live next door to my sister actually. It's kind of
Oh shit, that's pretty sick, man.
yeah.
That's insane. Yeah, I think if we get maybe one more arm in the rotation, we'll be pretty good for that. But I would also love to go out and re-sign Trevor Rosenthal, because he was insane in 2020, and he's had great years in the past with the Cardinals. And I really want him back on the team, especially bringing back Wade Davis on the minor league deal, re-signing Greg Holland for another year, Scott Barlow and Josh Stalmont. I don't know. I'm really high on the team next
Yeah.
year.
Getting the band back together.
They got a lot
Sign
of
Kelvin.
ex-closers in there, man.
Yeah.
Holland,
Davis,
Rosenthal,
Holland,
Davis.
yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, bring back the 2015 bullpen.
There
Bro,
you go.
there's a lot of good relievers still available, though. I keep bringing it up, even though Colomé signed. If you want to get
Yeah,
yourself a
there's
good
still a
reliever,
few.
they're out there.
Yeah.
Who else is out there? Giles. Is Giles a free agent?
Giles,
I think
so.
we talked
Ozuna.
about Osuna. We don't know if anybody wants him, but he's out there. Rosenthal.
Shane
we
Green
said.
still hasn't signed. He's
Shane
underrated,
Green,
really
yeah.
good.
Yusmeiro Petit. Don't sleep on Yusmeiro Petit. He's not
Isn't
gonna
he like
blow your
45
mind, but-
though?
I don't know, but I mean, he's still he's a reasonable. He's a budget option. I feel like
Yeah.
he'll give you some solid relief innings. He's not going to be your closer, but
Yeah.
if you want him medium
Who else?
good
There's one more guy
reliever,
that I
I
know.
guess. Sounds like someone the Angels would sign.
Fernando Rodney, is he still playing? He's like 60.
It's like 60.
I think he's
he's
still
a free agent.
Yeah, he could technically still sign.
But he still throws
Sir-
98, and he's like 47 years old or something. It's
Yeah.
insane.
That's crazy.
I
Yeah,
don't think-
Petit's 36.
Rodney's
Another guy, Sergio Romo's really old, but he can still pitch. He pitched in 2020.
finesse.
I don't know if you saw his playoff performance. If you're gonna want to
Yeah,
sign
I
him,
don't.
but
Yeah, you're
can
not
still
doing
good for
that.
me lately. He streams on Twitch.
He does. He's actually, I think, really good at the game
I
or
watched
something.
one of his before. Actually, Tommy
watched him play
Canley was
Zombies.
live earlier. I was in his chat.
Oh,
Really?
I love Tommy Canley, dude.
Canley,
Bro,
ex
speaking
White
of
Sox.
Tommy
Gosh,
Yeah.
everybody is an ex White Sox player.
Yeah, exactly.
I think David Robertson is he still a free agent?
I think
Yeah,
White
he's
Sox.
still a free agent. I saw on Twitter that he's throwing for major league teams next week.
Yeah, because I think he got injured. I was just thinking another
Yeah.
old White Sox guy.
Stop it. We need to stop.
Yeah.
There's so
much
many.
young talent, bro. Come on.
It's crazy.
It's
Dude,
a
who
fun
did the
time
Yankees
to be a
give up in
White
that
Sox
trade?
fan.
It is.
The White Sox are the only team I feel like right now that's kind of challenging the Yankees next year. I don't know if they're better than the Yankees yet, but in the future, you got some young studs, and if any
Yeah,
of them, or
attaboy.
a few of them break out next year, we'll see, man.
Podcast
I don't
people
even
can't see
feel
it, but-
bad.
He
I
switched
don't
his.
Yeah,
even
if you're
feel
watching
bad
on
'cause
YouTube.
If you're just listening to this on Spotify, Nick took his Royals hat off for a Chicago White Sox hat. He can't decide. I mean, but if you're watching on YouTube, you know Nick wears every hat of like every team. He's Pirates hats. He's worn it all. So you
Yeah,
don't know.
I have 16 of the 30 Major League hats, and I'm going for the big collection. So I change up the hat every episode.
We're gonna start a play-by-play. What hat is Nick wearing? Oh, he reaches for the White Sox hat. He turns. Oh, he Royals hat today.
But yeah, I'm a diehard Royals fan, and I'm high on the White Sox. I love the White Sox. That's
They're
how
a
good
very
they are.
exciting team.
Do you remember who?
Yeah.
So in that deal where the Yankees got Todd Frazier, Canely, and David Robertson, who the hell did the White Sox get? Do you remember? I think Blake Rutherford was in that deal. He was a
Yes, because
prospect.
he's still in the
Blake
minors.
Rutherford.
Yeah.
That's a good
Is there
question.
anyone else?
Never heard of
I
him.
forget, to be honest. We're gonna look it up
Because
right now.
those are three like
We're
notable
gonna look it up.
guys. I'm like, who the hell did the Yankees give up?
What year did that happen?
17. I think it was 17. Yeah, it was because
It was
Frazier.
Blake
and Canely-
Rutherford and a 4-player. That was it, I think.
They gave up Blake Rutherford for Canely, Robertson, and Todd Frazier.
Let me get the full details on this.
Holy shit.
The first thing you
Talk
type
about
in is White Sox trade third baseman Robertson and Canely to the Yankees on Tuesday in exchange for a 4-player package headlined by Blake Rutherford. Yeah, so all
Oh,
prospects and Blake.
So 4 prospects.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Wow.
You sure the Pirates didn't make that deal?
For real. But like, goes along with something I've talked about before, where you just don't know what prospects are gonna give you. Like, I mean,
In this
you want to
case,
have
nothing.
them, but you never know what they're gonna turn out to be.
Oh, they gave
Yeah.
him Tyler Clippard too, but what does that matter?
Tyler Clippard.
That doesn't
Clippard
matter
was-
anything.
Clippard, man. He
And then
just
two
pops
guys
The
that
up.
won't
Yankees,
make it.
the Yankees
Somewhere
got better
in
as
the
soon
year.
as they let Tyler Clippard walk. Just like they got better when they let Jay Happ leave the team.
Yeah, the Twins got worse with that. Speaking of the Twins,
Definitely,
man, the
man.
Twins. I now that they
Oh, they
have
made some
Cruz
moves.
back and signed Colomé, dude, my take last week was that the White Sox were going to win 102 games next year. They're probably down to like 95, 96 games next year because of that.
I think 97's the number. I think right
97?
there. Yeah, I think
Okay.
97 can win that division. Or maybe, I don't
could
know.
agree
We'll
with
see.
that.
No,
I
I
mean,
don't
that
think the
division
Twins
is
will
pretty
challenge
good.
that.
I mean,
It's a lot
they-
better than the
they're-
NL Central.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, don't
It's not very good. It's
Cleveland
just
can
it's
win
the
some
Twins and the White
games.
Sox, and it's just like, well, the
The
Indians, I
Indians,
guess,
the
but
problem with the Indians, and I know we've talked about this, like, they're still going to be good because they still have pretty good pitching. And the offense is going to scrap together whatever they have to.
yeah.
man, they
I
signed
mean-
Eddie Rosario,
They have Eddie Rosario
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
so they're the clear favorites now that they have Eddie Rosario.
Oh, absolutely.
Eddie Rosario to replace Lindor.
But, like, we're
That's
talking about how
2020.
the Royals are a sneaky good team, and they're probably 4th. And then the Tigers are the Tigers. They suck.
The Tigers are the
Cleveland's
Pirates.
trying really hard to not be a contender, and they just aren't very good at it. They're like, damn it,
Their
we still
pitching
have
is
so
so
many
fucking
good
good.
players.
Yeah.
Payroll's as small as
They
it
went
can
out
be,
and got
but
Wilson Ramos. They got Wilson Ramos out of all the catchers.
Tigers? Yeah.
the Tigers. Yeah, I forgot the Tigers were in there. I knew there was a team that was like the Pirates, but not as bad. Yeah.
No, they're
Yeah.
I don't
definitely
know. It's
not
going to
as
be a
bad,
pretty good
but-
division next year, and it's
Yeah.
not like you have the 2020 luxury of playing the Pirates a few times a year. So I do think 97 wins a pretty good expectation of them, though.
Yeah.
Like,
I hope I review this again and I come back and I hear 97 and they win exactly 97 games.
I would be
yeah.
super
That'd be good.
impressed. We have it on record.
Vegas.
It'll be saved on the internet forever. So we'll be able to check.
Clip it. Clip it.
Yeah.
So yeah, right now it's going to be an interesting thing. Hopefully they're better in the postseason too next year. I think that's kind of was their struggle.
Oh, the White
last
Sox.
year.
I thought you were
yeah.
talking about the Twins for a sec. I was like, they're never gonna win a game. They're
Oh yeah, the
literally
Oh my
Twins.
God.
Well, now that they have
Oh my
Alex
God.
Colomé, if they have Alex Colomé last year, they win the game against the Astros that Sergio Romo blew for him.
So the
Nolan.
crazy thing about Alex Colomé, because obviously he's on the White Sox, he's one of those closers that like you're always at the edge of your seat. He like does not strike
Right hand.
people out. He's a ground ball pitcher, you know. Like I guess he strikes people out, but man, it's tough to watch. I'm glad they got Liam Hendricks because he's gonna blow up by him. Completely different.
Oh,
Fellas,
The
we got some
analytics
news.
on Colomé, like people like sabermetrics guys, hate him because
Yeah.
all the numbers say he should just be terrible. Doesn't
Yeah,
strike
and he's
anybody
not.
out,
He's actually
doesn't throw
very
hard.
good.
Yeah. Well, like I think I saw a statistic where in 2020 he gave up a base runner got on in 50% of his appearances, which isn't good. Like you don't
Yeah.
want that in your closer.
Yeah.
Like that's
No.
why
he
you're
likes
on
a
the edge
little
of
bit
your
of
seat.
spice in his saves.
Yeah.
Save opportunities.
Exactly.
Sprinkle a little bit of base runners on that save opportunity.
Exactly. But I mean, he gets the
He's not
job
a fan
done.
of the-
Some things you
Not a
just
fan
can't
of the
explain.
whip stat.
I think he's got a career 2.9 ERA or something. It's something.
Yeah.
His ERA plus is in the 140s, so I mean it's just really good.
Yeah.
He's not Jake Diekman, but
Dude.
Not Jake Diekman.
Bro, Jake
Jake
Diekman had
Diekman's the
what
god.
was his ERA plus last year?
993. Almost a
993 ERA
perfect
plus.
1,000 ERA plus. Because when
And
you
he
have a
didn't get a
1,000 ERA
finals?
plus, they don't even quantify it. Like Trevor Rosenthal, when he got traded to the Padres, he had a 0 ERA in 10 innings, and he doesn't have an ERA plus because there's nothing to quantify. So that would be 1,000 ERA plus. So that's how good Jake Diekman was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Love me
exactly.
some
Jake Diekman was insane in 2020.
That's crazy. Damn, bro. I'm excited.
Yeah, no,
2021.
Nolan, we got some news on your Angels just now.
Oh god.
Uh-oh.
Don't hold on. Can
What
I
terrible
just...
pitcher did they sign?
Oh wait.
They,
Where'd you get
They
that?
got Dexter Fowler.
No shit.
Getting Dexter
He's not
Fowler
on the Cardinals
in a trade
anymore?
From the
Oh, a
Cardinals.
trade. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't wait to
Uh,
send
actually-
Joe Adele over for him.
Actually, it was Boob Nightingale that tweeted it, so you
Oh,
can't
so
really
that's
trust it.
fake.
Yeah.
Oh, so it didn't happen.
But it says here, the St. Louis Cardinals are on the verge of trading outfielder Dexter Fowler to the Angels.
John Heyman just
wanna
confirmed it a
have
minute
faith
ago.
in-
Also,
John
I don't
Heyman.
really,
It's real then.
I don't really agree with John.
Yeah.
I don't know. John Heyman's been wrong a lot too. So
Yeah, that's true.
I
Dexter Fowler
want to have
trade
John
faith
deadline.
in
Heyman
Perry
more.
Manassian, but he's made such... okay, he makes the deal for Jose Iglesias. I'm like, okay, good move. We didn't go out and do anything crazy like trade for Lindor, and now we can spend some money on pitching because he's not very expensive. Then they get Raisel Iglesias, and I'm like, that's a great trade. Good job. And then, we start making some signings. I'm trying to think who else we signed after that. But anyway, we get Quintana, and I'm like, okay, he's going to accent Trevor Bauer, right? Okay, we trade for Alex Cobb and give up one of our top prospects. Not saying he's a great prospect, but he's one of our top prospects. Okay, where are we going with this? Now Dexter Fowler. Okay, great. Where are we going with this?
Nowhere.
It just never. It just
did you
never
did you
comes,
mention
though.
Kurt Suzuki?
Oh, I didn't even mention Kurt Suzuki. I was like, yeah, great. A cheap deal on a catcher who can platoon Max Stassi when we sign Trevor Bauer. And then I'm like, okay. Now Big Maple? Where's Big Maple at? And now he's
They
gonna
could still
with-
sign him technically.
He's not going to sign with
No,
the
he's going to the
I think he's
Phillies.
gonna go
dude.
to Toronto.
I talked about it. He's going to the Phillies.
That'd be
I
a
think
good
he'll go
spot
to
for him.
Toronto.
It's
When
going to be real interesting to
when
see.
Trevor Bauer signs with the Mets in my prediction video I posted a couple days ago, I will be 1 for 1. I was immediately wrong about Colton Wong, but I might be proven right about Trevor Bauer. So now
My
I'm on a
problem
hot
with him,
streak.
it's tough, man. He's
I'm
just
kind
such
of
a good
upset
fit
about that
for-
Colton Wong thing.
Same.
Why?
Going
Yeah.
to the Brewers. I
So we
really
talked
would have
about-
liked him on the Athletics.
Yeah, I talked about how I think he should have gone to the Athletics because I didn't think he'd want to go from the Cardinals to the Brewers. So I was like, what other team could use him? And if you think about a defense, an infield defense with Matt Chapman, Colton Wong, and Matt Olson, it would easily be the best defensive
Yeah.
infield in the game.
That's
It'd be so much fun to
scary.
watch.
Bro, I don't want to
Yeah,
think
we talked about
that
that before one of the podcasts last week.
And then we were talking about if they had signed Colton Wong, and in a world where the Athletics actually spend money, if they traded for Trevor Story for 1 year, just think about how fun that infield would be. It's obviously never going to happen, but it's fun to think
You
about.
know, the A's will come up with some random guy you've never heard of who will, start the season hitting 10 home runs in his first
Yep.
5 games or something and
Yeah.
have elite defense.
They're
the
really
A's
good
do
at it,
is.
dude. They are very good at it. Do we have any more notable news, or what was
let
the
me
other
see.
list that came out that was pretty terrible?
That's what I'm like. I'm like
Uh,
searching to.
Nelson Cruz to the Twins on a 1-year, $13 million deal. Colome and
Doolittle signed with
There's
the
a there were a
Reds.
couple-
I don't know how long ago that was.
Did we talk? We did talk about that on our last episode.
Last one.
yeah,
little bit.
we did. There were just a couple other smaller deals, like with Andrew Chafin, Chase Anderson, King Felix signing with the Orioles.
Oh,
minor
yeah,
league
yeah, yeah.
deal.
King Felix, Braves legend.
Kyle Bearclaw
Actually-
signed with the Yankees on a minor league deal.
Yeah,
That's
and,
a cool last
there-
name.
It's
Never heard of
it's
him.
not
There were a lot of
spelled
rumors.
Bearclaw. It's like
Yeah.
Bearclaw or something like that. But I just like saying Bearclaw.
Baraclaw.
Where's
Yeah,
Paxton
it looks
going?
like
Paxton needs to sign somewhere.
dude.
I
He's
think
going
he's
to the
gonna go to
Phillies. I'm
Toronto.
telling you, he's going to the
Great
Phillies.
fit for the Angels.
He's going to Toronto. He's going
No,
to Toronto.
He's going to the
Just
Phillies,
like
and I'll tell you
disappointed.
why. So, obviously Joe Girardi used to be manager of the Yankees, and he's now manager of the Phillies. And Girardi has a huge influence on former Yankees players going to the Phillies, like David Robertson, Didi Gregorius. They have Greg Bird on a minor league deal, guys like that. And before the Yankees, so obviously Girardi was never the manager of the Yankees when Paxton was there, but the Yankees wanted to trade for James Paxton a really long time before they ever actually got the chance to. So I know Girardi likes Paxton, and I completely see him going there. He can team up. I mean, I don't know who they have. He can team up with Nola and Wheeler. Give him a pretty good 1-2-3. I like my pick for the Phillies. I
It's
mean,
a
if he
good
goes
fit.
to Toronto, I won't be surprised. But I like
Might
him.
even make him a sneaky third place team.
Exactly.
Yeah, Phillies would be my second pick, but I think he'd go to Toronto.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
Toronto's a good
I
fit.
like.
Big Maple.
I know it makes sense that he would go to Toronto, but for some reason, my gut says Phillies.
No,
And
we
Jacob
saw the
Rizzo
same
would go
thing
to
that was
Toronto.
like Garrett Cole's going to either the Dodgers or the Angels because he loves Southern California. Anthony Rendon's going to Texas because he's a cowboy.
Exactly. I mean, and
like-
everyone's like Bauer's going to sign in California.
People
Decently,
they
there's
don't
a
care
decent
about
chance
going
he ends up in New
home.
York.
They want to see the world.
Oh shit! Kicked my
I'd
mic
probably be
all
the
over-
same
Mike.
way. I probably want to sign anywhere.
Kicked my mic
just
all over
happened?
the place. Holy shit!
Is this where you guys fight? Is this the fighting time in the episode?
We didn't really
We
fight
don't
that
have
much
anything
in this
about.
one.
There's no Angels or Yankees news to fight about.
No, what was
Yeah.
the thing we fought? I feel like the most time we fought was about Corey Kluber.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Corey Kloop. Yeah, like the early days of the podcast.
So we were arguing
about
about whether or
that.
not Kluber should go.
we also
to...
thought about Joe Musgrove quite a bit.
oh,
and
that's
Cody
true.
Bellinger. And Cody Bellinger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've
Cody
had a lot of
Bellinger.
talking points. Where we
Bro,
thought
I
about
saw.
it.
Okay, hold on. I did tweet
I just
something
sit
out
back with
earlier
the popcorn.
that I
Yeah,
want to get
I
you
might do
guys'
the same.
opinion of. So I think you commented on this actually. It was they posted 4 outfielders, right? And they said
Oh
rank
yeah,
these
dude,
4
we could talk
outfielders.
about this.
And you had the exact opposite list almost the exact opposite list. So it's a picture of Christian Yelich, Aaron Judge, Cody Bellinger, and Juan Soto, right? Out of those
Soto.
4, you have, of course, Judge, who gets hurt a lot, but is phenomenal if he gets a healthy season in, man.
Yeah.
Bellinger, 2 amazing years. 2 years.
No,
Other years. 2
his
amazing
entire
years, 2
career
other
is
years.
really good, dude.
Yelich was decent with the Marlins, then was one of the best players in baseball for 2 or 3 years, and then all of a sudden he's back down to earth last year. And then who was the last one? Juan Soto, who will be the best player in baseball eventually. So I put Soto first, Judge second, Yelich third, Bellinger fourth. I am not
I
high on
put-
Cody Bellinger,
I
but those
put-
3 are good players to have above him.
Yeah, no, sure. But I put Bellinger first, Soto second, Judge third, Yelich fourth.
No.
I love it.
So
No, and I'll tell you why.
Soto-
Okay.
Nope.
Soto, Bellinger,
Soto-
Yelich, Judge.
No, okay, I'll tell you why. Bellinger's elite in every facet of the game. He's as much of a 5-tool player as it comes. He's amazing defensively. He's fast. He obviously has an amazing bat. He was above average in 2020, and we're still calling it a bad season when it wasn't. It was bad for Cody Bellinger, but he was still good. Soto, he probably is the best raw hitter in the game. I'm not denying that, but he's not very good defensively, which is why I have Bellinger above him. Judge is third because he gets hurt, but when he's healthy, he's elite defensively. He's faster than people think, and he's really good offensively. And then I've got Yelich fourth just because he was bad in 2020, and he doesn't do everything as well as the other guys do.
Yelich,
That's my reasoning.
Well-
I mean, Bellinger has an MVP under his belt. He was won Rookie of the Year. He's done all of it. He's won the World Series. I don't want to be high on Bellinger, because he's a
But,
Dodger, but he's
well,
so
But
good.
you just
dude.
are okay.
I know Soto is Soto, and he's 12 years old, but he's not as good defensively as Bellinger is, and Bellinger's done it for longer. I don't know. I just think I'm taking all 5 tools into account.
Okay, well, first of all, Yelich would have won the 2019 MVP if he didn't get hurt. He was better. He was slightly better, but better than Bellinger in every facet of the game
agreed.
well, I guess defense you could say Bellinger had.
Yeah.
But his offense was better than Bellinger in every single category, and then he gets hurt with like 30, 40 games left in the season or whatever.
Well, you
He
can't
missed a
miss
lot of
30 or
time.
40 games in a season and still
I
be the
agree,
MVP.
but
Yeah.
he would have won the MVP, so that's why I have him
What if he
slightly
was-
above
oh.
Bellinger. That's why I have him slightly
Devil's
Favorite
above
advocate
Bellinger.
real quick.
man.
Devil's advocate real quick. We just saw him play a terrible 60 games. There's a decent chance we
I
could have seen
understand,
him
and
play
we
a
saw
bad 40
Bellinger
games at the
have a
end.
bad 60 games as well.
He did not have a bad 60 games, dude. His season was good.
They all had bad 60
wasn't-
games except
but
for
it wasn't-
Soto.
Bro, okay, so Juan Soto doesn't miss. Juan Soto
This
doesn't
is
miss.
fun.
Have you seen a bad stretch of Juan Soto's career? He has a young career, but have you seen Juan Soto hitting a slump?
No, I'm not disagreeing with
No,
you.
you
but
haven't.
I'm taking
Judge,
more.
Judge has had one bad stretch. I remember where he had like a strikeout record where he had like it was
He's
after
always
the home
going to
run
strike out a
derby, though,
lot.
in his defense.
He's always going to strike out
But
a lot.
Judge, when healthy, he's definitely the second best on this list. He's a freak of nature. He's the most power on this list. He's, like you said, sneaky speed and great defense. Kind of a guy you probably want to put at DH, though, because he's definitely scary with that big body running around in right field.
He's way too good defensively to be.
Yeah, but
DH.
And
he's never gotten hurt in the field. Like,
yeah. I mean, Stanton's got a cannon, and you want him in the outfield, but he's also a guy who's going to get hurt if you have him in the outfield.
Judge has the range. Judge has more than just his arm. He makes amazing plays.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I have him second on this list, because he's absolutely amazing. If Juan Soto wasn't the best, raw hitter in baseball, then I wouldn't have him first. But Judge is absolutely amazing. The best 5-tool player on this list. Better than Bellinger. Dude,
I'm a Yankee fan, and I disagree with you.
That. Better than Bellinger. And then Yelich is third, but it's very close to Bellinger because they both had bad seasons last year, but they both have insane MVP potential. Now, we do have a guest here that we're ignoring. What is your take on this, JPro?
I'm just taking it in. I have nothing. I want this to keep going.
Come on. You got Luis Robert at the top of this list.
He enjoys it.
We got to hear your hot takes, man.
Out of those four.
I'm trying to...
List them again.
Soto, Judge, Yelich, Bellinger in the right order. Sorry. Did I say that?
I put Soto 1. Oh, is this just based on...
This is just them as players.
Right now? Okay, so I do Soto 1, Bellinger 2,
Yep.
Yelich 3.
So you got Judge fourth.
Judge 4th, absolutely.
Really?
That's the exact same as mine.
Really? Okay, you know what? Guess who was better defensively in outs above average? That's the one stat on Baseball Supply.
Let me guess, Cody Bellinger?
Cody Bellinger. Who was better than him? No. Who was better than Cody Bellinger defensively?
Aaron Judge.
Literally no one. He was 100th percentile. He was the man. So there's no one better than him defensively.
But we already talked about how quantifying defense is kind of bullshit.
No, it's hard, yes, but even he passes the eye test easily too.
Yeah, but how many opportunities does Aaron Judge have compared to Cody Bellinger? When he was hurt half the year, and when he was healthy,
less.
He was fucking ridiculous. Just by looking at Aaron Judge's WAR accrual, you can tell he's absolutely insane in the Yankees lineup. When he's in there, he's just never in there. And his 2017 season, which he absolutely should have been the MVP.
Oh my God, it wasn't even
It
close.
got stolen. It got stolen. 100%.
No, even if just looking at the numbers, I take Judge over Altuve in that situation.
Yeah. I think the reason I think Altuve won that MVP was batting average.
Yeah, which is so stupid. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I hate batting. I used to love batting average. Average.
Too.
Like when I look at the steroids era and I'm like, whoa, he was hitting 340. He was hitting 370. I'm like, damn. And I'm like, Mike Trout hit 280 last year and he had an amazing season.
So I'm not discrediting Juan Soto at all, but because he had an amazing 2020, he did.
This means
if you go before 2020, Cody Bellinger and Juan Soto have the same career OPS plus at 140, around 140. They're very similar. And then Cody Bellinger had an OPS of 113 in 2020, and Soto had a 212 OPS plus, which led the league. So he was obviously much, much better. But career-wise, Bellinger's been just as good as Soto was, and he brings that elite defense.
I think Soto's getting better. He's still young, and I know Cody Bellinger's young, but I'm pretty sure Soto's definitely younger than him because
Bellinger's only 25. I know Soto's like 23.
Soto's 20. Yeah, exactly.
Soto's
22.
He's younger than I am.
So Soto's, I don't know. I still take Soto over Judge because he's definitely getting better, and I think he will get better defensively as well.
I put Soto over Judge as well.
Judge is fourth on that list. Can we agree on that?
I had Judge third ahead of Yelich, but
I had Judge fourth.
Okay.
You can
what's
change
with the Aaron
Yelich.
Judge hate? Can someone explain this to me? I don't
know if there's not hate for me. I don't know.
Outfielders.
But is he really
consistent.
worse than Yelich? You really think he's worse than Yelich?
I'm agreeing with you that he's not worse than Yelich.
I don't know. It depends how much you value defense, because defensively he's definitely much better than Yelich. But
yeah, he is. 100%.
Speed-wise, you're going to take... I don't know. See, I don't know. That's where it's...
Judge is faster than Yelich.
Yeah, Judge is faster than Yelich.
But I was just talking about, stolen base-wise, is it that close, though, or is it...
I don't know. Does Judge ever attempt to steal?
Yeah, he's got
ever
some.
On first base?
He walks a lot.
Yeah,
does he hit singles? Is that allowed?
So Judge
Stadium.
In sprint speed, Judge is 47th percentile. Let me look at Yelich real quick. So he's about league average in in speed. But I mean, for a person of his size, that's not what you would expect.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
Adalberto
Yelich is
Mondesi
faster
and-
than Judge.
I would
pretty sure he's
guess
faster
that
than-
too.
I know Bellinger's
Yeah.
fast.
Like,
the fastest.
just
Oh,
based on their size.
Yelich is much faster than I thought he was. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well, just
I didn't
know he
even
had
based on size too.
Yelich is 81st percentile in sprint speed. So
Yeah, based on that, I would do Yelich and then Judge.
I think it's
3,
because
4.
Judge has a
Yeah.
lot less ground to cover in right field, so he looks a lot faster when he's playing defense. Because Yelich has a lot bigger right field demand. Or he plays. Does he usually play left field, Yelich?
He's in
He
right
switches
now, didn't
between
he?
left and
Yeah.
right. Yeah. So Judge has 18 career stolen bases. The most he had in a single season was
'Cause he doesn't
2017. He had 9.
Yelich probably has like 70 or something.
I'm looking. at
70
the-
what?
70
We're
stolen
guessing-
bases, I'm gonna guess.
Total?
Yeah.
70.
He has
His
100.
career.
He has
128.
128. Yeah, career.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
Well,
I don't know. I guess I would value.
know.
I would value defense more than I value base running because I mean, even when you look at the defensive metrics, Judge is way better than. Yelich,
Yeah, you
even though
can't
he's
really.
not
Yeah,
as
you
fast.
can't. Yeah.
Well, the problem with this list is just looking at these names. When I think Soto, I think one of the best players in baseball. When I think Yelich, I think better than Bellinger. That's because I just think of 2019 when they were in that Yelly Belly race. But before Yelich got hurt, I would have definitely taken him as the
God,
MVP.
Yelich was so good in 18 and 19.
I would have taken Yelich.
Oh, he's ridiculous.
for MVP.
Crazy. I didn't realize he was
No, and
that
then
good.
Judge, just seeing healthy Judge in 2017 just made me absolutely fall in love with the guy. I just want him to have a healthy season so I can see.
Yeah,
I think that's
Holy
why I put him at
shit.
4. That's why I put him at 4 is for health
Yeah.
reasons.
Can I-
Yeah,
which
I
is
lo-
not
I
fair to
love
him.
I think
Judge,
but-
but-
I'm
He's
ranking
healthy.
more talent wise. I think Juan
Yeah.
Soto has the most talent on this list. I think Judge has
Yeah.
the most potential or talent on this list. Yelich is
So if
the
you
most
if you
talent.
go to Baseball Savant, this is the best Baseball Savant page I've ever seen. 2017 Judge, his Savant page, he's 100 percentile, so best in the league
Yep.
in exit velocity, hard hit percentage, expected WOBA, barrel percentage, expected slugging percentage, and walk percentage, and he was 97th percentile in outs above average.
Yelich
That
is
is
better.
the
So he also has a gold glove in 2014. Yelich does. Random side note. That's all. No, Judge is good. Judge is good. I won't take anything away from him. That's
Breaking news from
those are
JProGaming. Yelich
those are-
won a Gold Glove. At
yeah.
2014.
Those are impressive numbers, though, man. That's
I've
you know
never
Judge
seen
hits the
someone
ball
be-
hard.
That's the Aaron Judge
can't
that I
argue
know
with
and
that.
love.
Yeah.
That I mean, but I've never seen a Baseball Savant page where he led the
Yeah.
league in that many categories. That is
Yeah.
insane.
And he didn't win an MVP.
It's stupid.
Poor guy. So I don't know. Healthy Judge 2021, fingers crossed. Healthy
Oh
Judge
my
in
God,
Stanton in
yes.
Yankee Stadium, dude. We need to see that. We deserve
Yeah.
to see
That would-
this. 2020
would
was
be
so
the
bad. We
easiest-
deserve
I
it.
just think
punch.
we have to. I mean, I'm clearly speaking full bias here, but like I just think we have to see the Yankees at their full potential finally because we've been talking about it. But like a full season of all these guys, Gary Sanchez not being the worst offensive player in the league would be nice.
Oh, yeah, that's tough, man. I was just gonna say that. It's
But
he
I
could
mean,
have just stopped.
Voit led the league in home runs last year, and we're not even talking about him. Like,
Yeah.
that offense.
He's
is
forgotten
Like
so-
I said,
about.
he's not one of the 5 biggest names on the Yankees.
No.
He's not. No.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And then
What are
they're
the
gonna
5
have a
biggest
good
names? What do you think the
rotation.
5 biggest names are? Obviously,
Cole,
Stanton, Judge.
Chapman, Stanton,
Cole.
Judge.
Oh, Chapman. I didn't even think of Chapman.
Yeah, Chapman. That's
Damn.
what I think of too. Top
No, I
5 at
think of
least.
Chapman.
Judge, Stanton, Garrett Cole for sure.
Yeah,
Probably now DJ LeMahieu.
yeah. I would put
Yeah,
LeMahieu
DJ
out there.
too. Those are the top 5.
Yeah,
Chapman.
probably
And then you'll have
Yeah.
Glaber, Urshela, and Voit. Like,
I feel like
Right
we're talking
there.
about.
5 to 10.
You're probably talking about Sanchez. Sanchez has to come up, right? I mean,
He's a big name.
I can't
don't know
say
if
Big
this
name.
because like I know all the guys, but
he'd be like 5 to 10, I think.
maybe it's
Like,
just
out
because
of the
Yankee
bunch.
fans talk about love
That's
to talk
crazy
about
though, because you already
Gary
see
Sanchez.
the next 5 names that you're thinking of next. Like in probably we have this conversation in 3 years. We're gonna
Yeah,
say
they're all gonna be
Luis
1 through
Severino,
5.
Luke Voigt, Glaber Torres, Gary Sanchez.
Jamison
probably
Tyone.
won't be around.
They're probably
James
gonna
Steele.
buy
I
him
forgot
or
about him,
somehow.
damn.
Gio Urshela.
Yeah,
There you
they'll
go.
have somebody new by then. But
How do you guys feel?
that's
How do
crazy.
Yankees fans feel about Gary Sanchez?
Well, okay,
You're
so I
the
feel like
guy,
you're
don't you?
asking the wrong Yankee fan because I'm one of the guys that's gonna defend him overall. Okay, so Yankee fans, they're everywhere, and like a lot of Yankee fans are super ignorant and stupid. and that's why
27
they love to-
rings.
They love. I'm serious. They are. They love to shit on players when they don't know anything. That's Gary Sanchez especially. And going into 2020, I said that, I mean, I'm not on record saying it because we didn't do a podcast then, but I think the Yankees are fucking with Gary Sanchez too much defensively. He's in his own head, and I knew he was going to be bad, and I just had this feeling that he was going to be bad offensively in 2020 because they were trying to focus on his defense too much. I just think you got to let him be the player that he was when he came up. When Gary Sanchez is right and he's not like down on himself, he's easily the best catcher. Not necessarily the best catcher in baseball, but he's one of the best hitting catchers in baseball, and it's like easily he can lead a team when he's right.
Yeah,
Do
and
you
I still
think his
believe in
days
that Gary
as a
Sanchez.
catcher are numbered, like a Kyle Schwarber situation, but that was more health reasons.
But well, as long as he's a Yankee, he's going to be the catcher because there's nowhere else for him to play. They still got Luke Voigt there for a while. Stanton's the DH. Stanton's not playing the outfield anymore. So as long as he's a Yankee, he's a catcher, and they're gonna stick him back there, even if it kills him.
Who's the best catcher in New York right now?
Ooh.
I will go. If I'm betting on who has the better 21 season, I'm still saying Sanchez. I know McCann is really good, and obviously you saw more than I did, but potential. I'm taking Sanchez because I think we've seen McCann's peak, and I don't know I think we can see if Sanchez goes off and has a really good season. I think his peak is higher than McCann's.
I don't think we've seen his peak though for McCann. He didn't get the shot. I mean, he's starting to like come along later in his career, but man, he's very good defensively too. Let me look
like
real quick.
28 or 29, I think.
So he's like in his
30
prime,
maybe?
I guess.
I say Gary Sanchez hits more home runs with him. I think James McCann sweeps every other category.
Yep. Better defensively.
Yep.
Better defensively, better batting average if you care about that. OBP, OPS.
Oh, he's 30. James McCann is 30.
No, I'm
Sanchez.
saying like I'm taking best. I honestly would not be surprised if McCann has the better season, but I'm taking best case scenario for Sanchez because I think he's gonna like if Sanchez goes out and is the player that he can be. No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I say it's definitely biased.
Oh, I definitely expect at
But,
least
like,
25 home runs out of him. If he hits anything less than 20,
Yeah.
I'll be shocked.
But like I think Sanchez can beat him in like slugging, OPS plus, like all that stuff. I think Sanchez can definitely beat McCann in. And whether or not
for sure.
McCann's defense makes up for like his less production, we can argue about that. But offensively,
Well, wasn't Gary Sanchez like the second fastest player to hit like 100 home runs or something like that?
From a catcher? Or just in general?
Ever.
No, in general. I think I saw that somewhere. I can't remember where, but I just remember seeing that somewhere. And Judge was number 1.
No, I don't think either of them were number 1. But like, so Sanchez like got second
both
place or
can't be
something,
number
and
one,
then Judge beat him there. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah. Well, I can't remember where I saw it, but I saw it somewhere that Gary Sanchez was the second fastest to 100 career home runs.
I'm trying to find it right now.
It was either Judge or Sanchez. I think it was Sanchez.
It was
though.
probably Judge, wasn't it?
Ryan
Yeah,
Howard
Judge
has
was
the
injured.
Ryan Howard
Judge
has
was
the record. So he had 325 games for Ryan Howard to hit 100 home runs. And then Gary Sanchez is second with 355, and Aaron Judge is third with 371.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
That was close enough.
That's
That was
crazy.
close.
And
I don't
another
remember where
guy,
I saw that though.
Gallo's on this list. He's the only current guy on the list. A lot of old names after that.
Mets
That's
confident they'll beat out the Dodgers for the Trevor Bauer signing.
I think they will. I think Bauer's just making. I think this could have been a very easy free agent signing for Bauer, but he just made it way more complicated in order to.
He just wanted to milk it.
Absolutely, yeah.
We knew at the beginning when he started his YouTube channel and stuff that he wasn't going to sign until the very last minute.
He's gonna make a video tomorrow, like in the middle of the day, guaranteed.
Why I went to the
He's
Mets.
gonna make a video announcing it.
He's
Yeah,
a marketing
exactly.
genius. This is
He is,
very,
dude.
very smart.
Yeah, it's
I
very
understand
smart, but I also
but
hate
it
him. It's
also
very
pisses
annoying.
me off, and I don't watch any of his videos because of it.
Yeah.
But I understand.
Yeah.
a
I'm
lot
a
of
big Trevor Bauer guy.
impressionable-
I love what Trevor Bauer brings to the table. I mean, like mostly because he's trying to grow the game. I think he's like getting fans to watch him, whether or not you agree with some of his takes and stuff he does. But he's definitely good at marketing the game and growing it, and which Major
Yeah,
League Baseball
I agree with that.
fucking sucks at. So
Yeah.
if players are going to take it
MLB
upon
The Show
themselves
is
to do
better.
it, exactly.
Well.
We talked about that. I mean, so I think they are. I like what he's doing just because he helps grow the game.
Yeah,
I like it.
I like
most
that
the
side of
time.
him. Yeah.
But his free agency thing, I'm not. I was buying in on it at first. I would have liked him to sign in January.
Yeah, this is.
But
this
I mean,
is-
if we
this is
think
too
about
long.
a lot of the big or the big free agents, like I don't think Harper Machado it was like early February, wasn't it, or was it late January?
They were
Oh,
later. I
they-
remember they were
Late
later
Jan-
too.
Late
They were
January,
super
I
late.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's
I
still
mean, I feel
like-
like most of the guys. I mean, I know Garrett Cole
think-
signed in December, but
I think
Part
Bauer
of-
just wants his time to shine, like not have anybody anybody else around in free agency. He just wanted to milk it. He wanted to promote himself. He wanted to be like on the top of the mountain of free agency. So that's probably why he's waiting so long.
I mean, when he
He's earned
signs
it,
with the
too.
Mets, he's got to milk it. Yeah, because he's not
For
going to
now.
be the best pitcher on his own team, so
Yeah.
he's gonna
Yeah,
he's gonna get
yeah.
overshadowed.
If
Well, they
people
kinda, like-
argue that Bauer's better than DeGrom, he is not.
Oh,
I don't,
definitely.
think, I don't know if
It's not a
anyone's going to argue
conversation.
that.
That's not a
I mean, some people probably would.
They
Some
would.
people probably would.
There's crazy fans
Rachel
out there
Luba
that don't
would.
know baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's what I
everybody
thought.
should know
They're Yankee
DeGrom is the
fans, dude.
best.
That's my point. People like are casual baseball fans. Like they're Yankee fans.
At the end of the
a
day,
lot
it
of
was
the time.
so hyped at one point when he had like Bauer to Anaheim trending as the number one thing on Twitter or whatever. You had all these
Yeah.
people just ready, like, where's he gonna sign? Where's he gonna sign? Now I feel it's more like, oh, he hasn't signed yet. Okay,
Alright.
Yeah.
don't know.
I kind of
feel like
forgot
it
about
was
him, to
like,
be honest.
We're definitely he passed. It's very anticlimactic at this point, I guess.
Yeah.
is
He
what
got
I'll
his
call
peak
it.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I understand it from a marketing perspective, but
for sure.
speaking of marketing,
me too.
MLB The Show, man, killing it with this MLB
They're
21
doing
stuff.
great. I love what they're doing with the game. I love that they had Jackie Robinson on the cover. Although I wish it was Clemente, I like what they're doing with the Jackie Robinson Foundation a lot.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't. Dude, these people on Twitter. I mean, Twitter's just a toxic
Oh my
place.
God,
But if you
man.
go on Twitter and you complain about
Yeah.
them donating $1 for every copy that they sell, you're a piece of shit person. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Like you just
Like it all
like
adds up.
you care about the wrong things, dude. Like go somewhere else. If you're
Yeah.
complaining
Yeah.
about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it
I don't
every
know if that's
copy?
hot
It's
take,
helping
but-
it.
Is it every copy or is it just Jackie Robinson copies?
I think it's the
deluxe.
deluxe edition copy. But
Just deluxe?
still, I mean,
Yeah.
they're gonna sell. I'm pretty sure in this group they sold 4 deluxe copies right here, right?
I'm getting a deluxe
Yep.
copy. I haven't got it yet, but I will.
I got it.
I already got it.
I got it.
I got mine.
I think they might even sell more deluxe than regulars, honestly.
I
'cause
think they're
there's-
going to.
Mike, did you get one?
Oh,
Yeah, I got the deluxe already. I pre-ordered
Just to
it.
say, because I'm doing a giveaway on Instagram. Never
I'm
mind.
also doing a giveaway.
I'm doing a giveaway on YouTube.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm not doing anything.
There you go. Nick's rooting for the Royals.
Yeah.
There you go.
Poor guy.
So you have 3 opportunities if you are listening to this podcast right now to win a copy. Are you giving away just one? I know
I'm
some
giving
people
away
are
2.
multiple. You're giving away 2. So JPro's
that's awesome.
shelling out the big bucks.
It's
I'm
actually
away-
not me. I take that back. So I don't want to pretend like I'm doing it because I'm not. A follower of mine reached out and he's done this before. He likes to like not give me money to do giveaways, but he like honestly just reaches out. He says, "Hey, thanks for all the content you do and all this," and then basically he's like, "Hey, I'll give you money to give away 2 copies." And I announced him in the post and everything, so his name is
That's
on there.
cool.
Very, very generous. He did not have to do that.
That's awesome.
That's super dope.
K Flynn
That
on
is really
Instagram.
awesome.
You can see it on there
Just
if you go
giving
there.
back to the community, man. That's
Big
awesome.
shout.
Yeah, just
I'm
for no
also
reason.
giving away a
Yeah.
jersey. Just so a
I
copy
love
of the
seeing
show and a jersey.
For you?
I just thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, when everything
want
came
that
out, I was
jersey
just like
bad.
way too hyped. I was like, hell yeah, I gotta get in on this. I'm giving away
Oh,
a copy.
yeah.
Let's do it. I
Yeah.
was like, how much money do I have in my bank account? Can I give away multiple? And I was like, eh.
A lot of people are doing giveaways, which is awesome. I think Tango's doing a couple giveaways.
I think
but just-
almost
it
nearly
depends.
every content creator is doing
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
No, and I love to see it. Like, I know there was that whole like Twitter beef, which made no sense at all. I didn't even see the beef. I just saw people talking
No,
about how they hate
it's,
beef.
I don't know if
beef?
it's similar to the Jackie Robinson thing, but the beef was that they were giving stuff away for the clout and to grow their channel. It's like, yeah, that's
I'm just
kind of
getting
the
it away to
fucking
get
point,
people
dude.
excited about the game.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
stoked
but,
about
like-
the game, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
Imagine if
we all
somebody
like,
are.
we
who's
grow
on
the game.
Xbox gets the game who had never played it before, it's their first time, they really want to
Dude,
buy
that-
it, but they're not sure they
yeah.
want to spend $60. I'm like, if
Yeah,
I
it's
can
great
give
for
some
them.
person an opportunity to play the game that wouldn't have had it, super cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
People
really like
love
the
free
stuff that
giveaways.
they're doing.
Oh,
Well,
100%.
yeah, that's like when people being mad at content creators for doing giveaways. It's like they don't have to, but they're just being nice. Like
Yeah, you want to
Yeah.
give back to
they're just
yeah.
giving back to the
especially-
community.
Yeah, especially when you start
Yeah,
making
they're giving
money
back
off
to
your
the
content.
people that helped them. Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
being able to give back because it's like, okay, I made this amount of money. And I'm like, okay, well, I just want to give it back to you guys. Help invest in you investing in me kind of thing.
That's right. That's the way it should be.
It's,
Exactly, man.
yeah. You want to
Yeah.
give back to the people who helped you get to the platform that you have.
Exactly.
mean,
that's why
we
that's why I sub and gift subs to every one of you guys.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We
Just
talked
gotta
about
help
it,
you
but
guys
like,
out, man.
I mean, content creators and MLB The Show and players, they're doing the heavy lifting for growing the game, while the league is just, I don't know what they're doing, but it's not.
It's Rob
not anything
Manfred.
good.
It's Manfred. It's Manfred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fuck.
We could have a whole podcast. Maybe
Sounds like Nick wants to talk about it a little bit.
Oh my god. I could go on and on about Manfred and all the stupid rules in 2020, but I don't know. I'm tired.
sounds like a Monday
That's
episode.
that's a whole
entitled
episode by itself. That's a whole
Rob
episode by
Manfred,
itself.
the podcast.
WandaVision's coming tomorrow. WandaVision. Let's talk some
Ooh,
Marvel stuff.
WandaVision. Bro, I'm
There you
sorry.
go.
Ooh.
I've been rewatching some Avengers, trying to get more excited, trying to look at
how,
little
how much am I
details, be
missing
like,
out on
"Ooh,
WandaVision? I
Yeah,
haven't
me too.
watched
I've
it.
done that a lot.
You're
How
missing
much
out
am
a
I
lot,
missing
man.
out?
You got to be.
It's really good.
If
It's
you're in the
really good.
if you're in the Marvel universe, you need to be watching it. However,
I am. I watched all
okay,
the movies and
the
stuff.
thing that sucks though is they're 30-minute episodes and it's tough because it goes by quick. Like
yeah,
that's
it
the
does.
worst part. Like I'll be sitting
last
there
week's
watching.
episode, I thought we were just getting started, and then the
I
credits rolled. I was
know,
like,
and that just
"What?"
stopped. Exactly. I feel like every episode's
Yeah.
been doing that. It hypes
How
something
many
up and then
episodes are
boom.
there?
So far, 3.
There's
Or
4 of them right now.
Four,
I think
yeah.
Two the first night.
I think they're planned to have 6 or 9.
9.
So
9
between
goes
6
through
and
March. So there's 9 total.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they're gonna leave us on some cliffhanger, I swear.
Well, it leads
a great-
right
it's a
into
great
this is
series.
well known. It leads right into Doctor Strange 2.
Yep.
So I don't know what kind of
Well, then
that's
I'm
what-
definitely gonna have to watch it.
Bro.
yeah, that's what they're
Doctor
definitely-
Strange was like my favorite, probably my favorite.
We did a shortstop tier list. We could do a little sneak peek and be like, give me your favorite Marvel superhero. Mine's easily Doctor Strange.
Oh, so is mine. I don't know if it's
I
because
have
I'm a
to think
huge
about that
Benedict Cumberbatch guy, just because I
He's
love
just
watching
badass
whatever
as
he's
hell.
in. Yeah.
You know what? I'd have to go Black Panther. Ever since like I don't know, man. He was never one of the big like, Marvel guys. He was never, he's not like Captain America, he's not Iron Man, he's nothing like that, but man, that character is just so badass. I don't know.
Yeah.
true.
And just Wakanda as a
Might
whole,
be the
this whole
best.
empire and
I don't
everything.
know. It might be the best superhero suit though. I mean, that is just so.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Oh,
totally.
Definitely.
Fire.
100%. His suit is sick. Yeah.
Doctor Strange just like gets to me with all of the shit that he does in the movie and everything, and
Yeah.
just like literally, I feel like Doctor Strange was definitely the biggest key to defeating Thanos in the whole Endgame
Yeah.
saga and everything. Like without Doctor Strange, obviously each and everyone does their part or whatever. It's a whole like building thing, but like that whole Endgame, the scene in Endgame where he just brings everybody in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
those little
that's
portals. Oh my god, dude,
gives me chills, man.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
What's yours, Nick?
Yeah, for sure. It's hard to pick for me, but I'd have to pick Captain America just because I really loved him
The
as
Canadian
a kid.
picked
I read
Captain
all his
America.
comic
Look at
books.
that.
Yeah, it's it's strange, but like I liked his comics as a kid. I always watched the animated TV shows as a kid. I always loved Captain America. His movies were badass. I just loved the like spy agent, not like non-powers movies, but like the skill and the fighting and shit like that.
Yeah.
I always loved his movies. Oh yeah, Captain America or the Hulk.
Without a doubt.
One of those two for sure.
Honorable mention to Thor, especially that scene in Infinity War where he comes in with his new, whatever it's called, and just like
Oh,
smashes
the
Oh,
lightning,
yeah.
the
like,
lightning thing.
thunder
and
Yeah, I forgot
everything,
what
and
that's
I'm
called.
just like,
Yeah,
bro,
Yeah, it's got a name in the comics. I forgot what it's called.
absolute
I can't
stud.
remember what it is either.
We're also not giving the ladies enough credit. Black Widow's
Oh,
badass.
Yep.
Wanda's
Stormbreaker,
insane.
that's what it was called.
Stormbreaker. There you
Captain
go.
Marvel.
Good job.
Yeah.
Stormbreaker, yeah.
Yep.
Not a Captain. I feel like such an asshole when I'd say I don't like Captain Marvel. Like I thought the movie was bad. I'm not gonna lie, but
It was all right. I mean,
I don't know.
The
I saw
movie
it in
was
the
good.
theater, and I don't know. I was expecting more, but I feel. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like such a douche when I say that, but
You should,
I
because
like-
it was a
I
really
like
good
all the-
movie.
yeah, I thought it was a good.
I like
No,
all
it
the
was
plot
good.
holes that
agree
it
to
fixed.
disagree. All right.
I like all the plot holes that it fixed and all the seeds that it planted for like future movies.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
with Nick Fury like getting the eye patch and all that kind of stuff, and them and that movie
By a
planting-
cat.
Yeah, by the cat.
Oh,
the
I forgot
Flurkin.
about that cat.
And like planting the seed for like the Skrulls and the Secret Invasion and all that kind of stuff. I really love that angle.
Yeah, they're gonna expand that universe,
yeah.
man. The Skrulls, I think, are gonna be a big
Yeah.
part in just like having their own thing. Like,
They were a
They could
big
do
part of the
so much.
Fantastic Four as well.
yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be cool.
It's crazy. Like Disney ruined Star Wars, but I give them credit for everything that they've done in partnership with Marvel and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think they
agree.
kept
make it-
more of
they
the
make it
creative
better.
team from Marvel than they did with Star Wars. They kind of took
Yeah.
over Star Wars and did it on themselves. But
yeah.
Yeah, I try to like the new Star Wars movie. I tried to force myself to like it, but it's average at best. It's just I like the original
Yeah.
movies better.
You know, I started watching Mandalorian, and I watched some of the Star Wars. I got really into Mandalorian, and then I started going back and watching it in order on Disney Plus of the Star Wars, and I kind of like the newer Star Wars better. I know the older ones have that, you know, like those are the best ones because they were older first ones.
Nostalgia. It's definitely
Exactly, it's
nostalgia.
exactly what it is. But
Yeah.
man, I
That's
like the
how I'm with
newer ones. I don't know.
prequels. I low
like
key grew up with the
Mandalorian, too.
prequels and I love them, even though they're so terrible. When I watch them, I'm like, oh my god, this acting. But
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
The Phantom Menace was my favorite Star Wars movie for a long time, just because of Darth Maul. And then I realized now, like, wow, it was really, really bad. Except for
Yeah,
Darth Maul.
yeah, they're bad. They're not very good acting.
Same
That's
thing
for
with
sure.
Attack of the Clones. I loved it because
No.
I'm like, oh, look at all the Jedi. They're all together. They're
Yeah.
all fighting.
Yeah, yeah.
Like Kit
Quantity over
Fisto and
quality.
Kid Adi-Mundi and
Yeah.
Mace
Yeah.
Windu and all this shit, just flying from
I had all the
everywhere.
merchandise. I had all the Lego Star Wars
Yeah.
games. I had Star Wars Episode 3, the
Star
video
Wars
game on
figures.
PlayStation 2.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
I love it.
God, we could do like you guys
Lego
could do
Star
like a
Wars.
Marvel podcast just talking about Marvel all day.
Oh, for
Marvel
real,
and
man.
Star Wars, yeah. The Nerd Podcast.
Yeah. So we'll start a second channel.
There you go.
Yeah, right. Just barely
Yeah,
starting our
for
first
sure.
channel. Let's already start our second.
That seems like a horrible idea.
How many episodes have you guys done with this?
This will be
We're
number.
going for
11.
11.
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
we're going for. We try to do 3 a week. Usually Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but our schedules change. So sometimes it's Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
this
yeah.
Yeah,
week.
it doesn't matter as long as we pump out the content.
Yeah.
Yeah, we try to get.
Consistency is key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun during the season though. Can't wait to speculate
it's
during
gonna be
spring
great.
training. Garrett Cole gave
I
him 2
know.
home runs today. Is he washed?
Yeah.
If you say that, dude, I'm gonna
love
jump
it.
through my
Bro,
camera.
I can't wait. I
Oh
can't
my
wait.
God.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it when it happens against the Pirates.
Oh yeah. Garrett Cole gave up a home run to Pirates legend Colin Moran.
Yeah.
Bro.
Dude, who am I supposed to be mad at there? I'm a
Future
huge
Yankee.
Colin Moran guy.
Oh my god.
In a perfect world for Mick.
Yeah, really.
Oh. God,
Perfect in
that's
an
funny.
imperfect world, that's for sure.
Love it.
So we're at the hour and a half mark. You guys want to
Yeah.
say our socials and say our goodbyes?
JPro, my guy. Thank you for joining us today.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
course,
thank
man.
you for
Appreciate
joining
you
us.
hooking us up. If you see any of our logos, Mick or I, eventually Nick, I assume, our emotes in our Twitch chat, our logos, anything about us, all courtesy of JPro. Hit him up if you have any of those needs, of course. What do you got out here to promote, JPro? Anything
I don't know.
particular?
I used to do YouTube and Twitch, not doing that much more just because family life. But I mean, Instagram, Twitter, you can find me everywhere. JProGaming27. I think it's under here where you guys put it on your YouTube. But
Yep,
JProGaming27,
I'll put it
TikTok,
on the
everything.
YouTube.
Ooh, TikTok. I gotta check that out.
Oh, shit,
I do it
didn't
every
know
once in a
about
while. I put up like 7 videos or
You
something.
gonna do Corvette for us?
No, I'm not going to do that.
There you go.
Is that the new one? Is that the new thing going on?
I don't know. I just know Juju did it. It's a,
Dude,
it's
if
a
you
whole
want to
thing.
help us with our numbers, you got to do the Corvette.
That's
Oh,
not going to
yeah,
happen.
we-
I'm not
That'll
going to
be-
do that. I don't even know what it is. I assume it's probably the latest trend, but I'm not
We'll
familiar
do
with
well
it.
for likes.
If I'm being honest, I wouldn't be able to do it either. So I don't expect you to, but it would be sick.
Start putting out some TikTok dances. We'll
There you
end the
go.
stream. We'll end
All
the
I know about the
podcast with
Corvette is this.
There you go.
There you go.
More than I knew.
That's 1,000 views right there on YouTube.
Easily.
But yeah, if you guys need emotes, designs, anything, Twitch, YouTube, anything. I do logos for companies. I do everything. JProGaming27, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram,
He's
all
been
that good stuff.
retweeted by Mike Trout. He's legit stuff over there. And if you
He's gonna
need
be
any conquest
verified
maps
soon.
as well. He's
Verified?
the conquest map guy, right?
Yeah. What's that?
Verified coming
Conquest.
soon.
Yeah, I do Conquest maps too. I'm that guy. I get messages
that
every time
guy.
I play the game. Like after I play someone, dude, you do the Conquest maps. I do. Yeah, I do those.
You actually you don't have messages off? That is impressive.
I don't because I like to see what people say. I sometimes depend on my mood. I'll turn it off, but most part I keep them on. I'm pretty friendly. I mean, sometimes I'll be douchey, but it's all in good fun.
Yeah,
We
you
all
know
are
why I
at
have
some point.
messages off real quick? Small rant. This guy. So I'm not obviously a big streamer, but this guy messaged me in an event game and was like, "Yo, I love your YouTube Twitch. Can you quit for me?" Blah blah blah. And then he was like, "I'll give you this free PSN card too if you quit."
Oh,
So
jeez.
and I didn't care. I didn't even message him back. I was just like, "All right, I'm just gonna quit. I don't want to deal with it anymore." Didn't hear back anything else. He definitely doesn't follow me on
But he
Twitch
loves
or
your
any of that
YouTube and
stuff.
Twitch, bro.
Yeah,
That's what he
dude.
said. That's
He's
what he got me
familiar with
saying.
it.
Fan. You gotta show love to your fans.
Just-
Mick Miller hates his fans. Cancel Mick.
No. He was a fake fan. He didn't even know who I was.
And Gary Sanchez is a really good catcher.
Man, that's tough.
Rip.
Oh my god.
Got a new clown of the week coming out.
There you go.
No, I don't think I had any. Oh wait, you're gonna post
No,
that
we're
Bellinger
good.
clip, and then
Oh, of
I'll
course.
bring it out of the week again.
We'll go into the editing later. So thanks again, JPro, for joining us, man. Really
You
appreciate
bet.
you being
Thanks for having
here.
me. Come back whenever if you guys need someone.
Oh, of course,
Absolutely.
anytime.
100%.
I am
man.
NMR Sports, of course. NMR Sports on Twitch and YouTube, and NMR Sports 30 on Instagram and Twitter. Where can we find you, Mick and Nick?
Mick Miller 42, MIC Miller, on all platforms: YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. Check me out there.
You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at NickTerrio12, THERIAULT.
It's easier if you just say
It's also if you're watching on YouTube, his name is obviously right down below our faces, so you'll be able to spell it out if you do want to go give him a follow. And then, so I think our next episode's probably going to be on Monday, and just kidding. Our next episode is going to be coming out on Monday, but our Wednesday episode has another guest that we're very excited about. So stay tuned for that. So I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening.
Dexter
We'll see you
Fowler's
guys
an
in
angel,
next
by
one.
the way. Official.
There we go. It's official. Peace out,
Throw
guys.
that in. Breaking
Go
news.
White Sox.
Go White Sox.
See you in the next
Well,
one.